Yo. What's up, everyone? What's going on? Stream is imploding? Why? What's up? What's up with the stream? Is the stream okay? Or is it fine? Not a stream yet? What do you mean? You're worrying me from a technical perspective. I've been playing... I literally haven't booted up in a like Tarkov and dual stream capacity for like 2 weeks, so... I'm here, by the way. What's going on then, friends? I wasn't going to go live. But I feel like I need somebody to talk to. Basically spent the whole morning. Well, at least I had the video to make about it. But, you know, the video that I made, I had the like real craziness. I was like kind of like a bit, you know, gutted anyway. And then when I saw the price and then the extra stuff that came afterwards, it was just like insane. Like, surely they got to do something about this. Surely, like this is unhinged. This is actually unhinged. Don't have any friends to call anyway. Yeah, not really. I talked to my wife about it for like 5 minutes, and I was just like ranting about Tarkov stuff. She's just like, okay. 81 British pounds. That's pre-tax though. I was just looking at Hayes' stream, and here it's I think it's 103 or 107. It kind of depends. As a non-EOD enjoyer, I'm happy to buy it. The only thing I'm concerned about is not getting the trader rep. I'm pretty sure you'll get trader rep. It's like, but for a non-EOD person, like coming from standard, I don't. What's like the price of standard now? You basically have to pay like I think it's like $50 or something, isn't it? You end up having to pay like $200 just to play co-op offline. Yeah, all the prices are pre-tax because the prices are for it's like everywhere, if you know what I mean. So it's like there's a price in dollars and there's a price in euros. That's really how BSG operates with this stuff. And then taxes go on top of that because they don't know like straight away what your taxes are until you like go to pay. New fresh account is $250 without taxes. Yes, correct. That's a dollar account. If you're a standard account user to upgrade to this, like, okay. I already did a patch note like review looking over most of this stuff, right? But the information is like coming hot and fast, so I thought it's probably easier to just actually like hop on live. Because I'm just gonna sit here watching this stuff anyway unfold. So you may as well watch with me. You know? How much was EOD when it wasn't on sale? I think it was 150. Why does the price not get decreased if you bought stash space? Because you will get an extra line of so if you go from EOD, so this new package, I'll probably have to pull up some assets for this so we can actually see what's going on. So the Tarkov, what is it? Tarkov like pre-order. We'll pull up the main page just so we've got it here. Okay. So this is the new one, right? The Unheard edition. What were we just talking about? Yeah, we were talking about the price of it. So for me, it says, and you know what? This is insane. The fact that it's 250 euros. To be fair, like I think the pricing isn't too different these days. But the dollar version is like always slightly cheaper for some reason. You have to upgrade. Okay, so it's 1.07 right now. So in dollars, that's $267 before taxes, by the way. If you're in the UK, you probably end up paying, I guess, just 20%, like VAT. on top of that. But this is in euros, so in pounds it's a little bit less. But yeah, if you're paying a 20% tax, then the whole thing costs you like 320 bucks. You add 25% VAT? Well, then it's going to be, for Denmark, it's then like $334. But, euros. Yeah, 100 US for the upgrade from EOD. Yeah, because I think EOD is 150. I think is like its list price. Only small thing I'd say might be good about PvE being able to flee. There'll be a containment zone for some kind of hackers. Yeah, but that maybe. BSG Discord burnt down. Yeah, BSG Discord is literally just like people spamming non-stop. I want to see. Let me see if I can like. See if I can open it. I can't even like probably get to the bottom. BSG Discord just looks like this. It's just crazy. It's like a toxic like Twitch chat with like 10,000 people in it. How are things? Hey Torbis. Things are not great today. We'll see how it all pans out, but things are not great today. Look at your Tarkov Discord discussion. For what? Which bit? I mean, the people are chatting so much, I can't keep up. I know Pesty's actually now started making some statements about this. I think a lot of these things should be in the base game, etc., etc. Why did they not announce such kind of big thing in Tarkov TV? Yeah, they should have. You have a Discord? Yep. Do exclamation Discord and it'll show you. The pic? Which one? Well, Tarkov Discord removed their invite link. That one. Quick recap for those just joining. Basically, this new version of the game is kind of crazy. It would sort of be okay. So what's the like really bad stuff? So the little things that are not too bad is like expanded PMC pockets. So I don't know if I think I've got. Let me just see if I can grab something. Yeah. Okay. So your pockets look like a scav vest now. If you buy this version. And you get increased character skills. It says the increased character and 10 line extra stash than... Sorry, yeah, 10 more lines than EOD. The extra skills are these things. Attention, hideout management, weapon maintenance, bolt action rifles, and pistols. So it actually doesn't really matter that much. Pest does a YouTube vid. He had one like early before some of this stuff came out. It's way too expensive. Yeah, it's way too expensive. EOD is 68, so this is 78. The thing that's crazy though is these things. Like this is the bit that's like got me just like. We'll go back to the other stuff, right? So EOD, okay. I don't even know how to organize my thoughts. I'm sorry, everybody who's like come here expecting some kind of coherent whatever. Like if you want a coherent, if you want something coherent, go and watch the video. But the things that I don't like about this, firstly, is EOD players should get the PvE standalone, no wipe mode for free. It's DLC, no question about it. They should get that for free. There's just no question about it. They should get that for free, in my opinion. All this, like a lot of the other stuff is kind of like, it's kind of whatever. So Instant access to closed beta. That's everybody. Digital copy. So PvE with persistent progression. EOD should get this. Enhanced stash size. 10 more slots than EOD. EOD is 62. Unique in-game ID. Whatever. Expanded PMC pockets. Like, yeah, it's annoying, but it's like... It like matters, but like a tiny bit. It doesn't really matter. Increased fence standing is a bit like, you know, the increased trader rep already. More slots on the fleet. That's actually kind of a big deal, but like, again, it's just quality of life. So it's sort of like, who really cares? This is cosmetics, so no one cares. Greater insurance time. That only matters if you're like away and not playing much, so it's sort of whatever. Background screen, free access to all subsequent DLCs, so that's the same as EOD, so it doesn't matter. And then access to early ETS is like kind of a one on the fence. Like, I sort of care about that because ETS was supposed to be curated, like curated people being in there. So the thing that matters the most in this first list is the EOD not getting access to this PvE co-op. That's like, honestly, that's terrible. Then you've got the price, which, as we said, was €250 or $250 before taxes. So for EOD upgrade, you have to pay 100 whatever thingamabobbins your country uses, plus tax on top, which is way too much. And the PvE co-op mode should firstly have been free for EOD, but it also should just be like a $40 or $30, like whatever, even $50, like. That's probably too much. Like $40 like DLC so standard account players can buy it. Forcing people to upgrade to this version so they can play standalone PvE is insane. It's insane, guys. It's insane. It needs to be its own DLC. Like I kind of wouldn't mind in some ways that I kind of wouldn't mind in some ways that you could upgrade to this version if you wanted to for like a bunch of money if you were like really super hardcore. Like I probably wouldn't, like, I'm probably not going to buy this. Just to be clear, like, I'm probably not going to buy this edition. Like, what does this do for me? This doesn't do anything, right? It makes the game easier in ways that I don't think are fun, and it distances my own personal progression like further away from the average player. So it's actually probably harmful for my content on my channel. But I actually sort of don't mind it being there as like a, you know, whale edition or whatever, if you could then buy PvE co-op offline separately. Because I think that should be something different. Because outside of that, then, it would be like slightly bigger pockets, like slightly better insurance. You know, the access to ETS, as I said, I'm kind of on the fence about that. Like, fence standing, more slots on the flea. Like an extra 10 slots, like, I don't know, like a load of stuff at the beginning. A lot of this stuff doesn't really matter. Like, the skills hardly matter. Unique armband doesn't matter. And then there's, okay, so then there's these two parts here. There's two things here that I think are absolutely insane. I don't know whether this is in PvE only yet or PvP. I hope to God this isn't in PvP. Because this is the thing that I'm actually kind of most annoyed about. This new unique radio electronic item, Mark of the Unheard. The item is equipped in the special slots. You can't lose it. The item gives a 50% discount when using cash services in raids. So that's BTR, which is actually a big deal because on streets it could be up to like 200,000. Insured equipment returns 30% faster. But this one, if you have 6 fence rep, scavs won't shoot first at ranges over 60 meters. Basically makes you immune to sniper scavs for the most part. And 60 meters, like, scavs are like... Scavs shoot at you from way over that at the moment. This is like definitely pay to win. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This one, the unique distress signal, players can join your raid to help you actively. Like, is that going to be in the PvP version of the game? I hope to God it isn't. Like, this must just be PvE. Surely this is on PvE. Honestly, man. Calling in friends into a raid and scavs won't shoot you over 60 meters. Like, it's absolutely bonkers. You underestimate? I don't underestimate anything. That's the thing. I think it's quite plausible that it's going to be in PvP. And I think it's absolutely insane. I'm tempted to buy it just to be able to check it out. Just get somebody else is going to buy it to check it out. Like, don't buy this. Don't buy this. Why didn't they make this clear? I don't know. Because there's a whole bunch of other stuff, right? There's like other information about this kind of thing. I used in my video already. But here is the extra info that we had before. There's going to be AI PMCs in the offline version. The thing is, like, you know what's the biggest L about this in some ways? Is that co-op offline is actually a huge W. This is the most insane thing about all of this. Co-op offline is a huge W. Like, what the hell, guys? What's going? Like, what is? I actually I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what to say. Thank you, Moonlord, for the Prime, man, and appreciate Patches. Thank you for the $5 over on YouTube as well. Thank you, guys. I'm speechless. Is the price different for our British friends? Yeah, to upgrade, it's $107. I thought it was an April Fool's joke. There was like, it was like Russian April Fool's Day or something. And then I checked to make sure it wasn't Batter State Games on Twitter. Why wouldn't you want PvE version for EOD? So many people come back. I know. And then they might buy the extra stash space. They might buy the extra stash space then. Why would you lock it behind the €330 version of the game? Don't they want new users? Yo, Gaza, thanks for the Prime, man. Dude, it's absolutely, it's unhinged. This is just crazy. 160 Aussie to upgrade from EOD. To upgrade from EOD. Guys, this is absolutely bonkers. I can't believe that this is the world that we're actually in. Imagine the key to ignoring Pesty's messages. Pesty is going to be absolutely furious. Pestley said, why a Battlestate Games? He basically just like linked what we've been looking at with the skills. Why? A lot of these things should be in the base game. Some could be part of DLC or included in EOD DLC bonus. This just isn't it, and the price, sheesh. And he basically clipped like the skills. What was it? Yeah, it's the skills, and then these two bloody items. Like these two items are just like freaking crazy. These two items are a huge problem if they're in the PvP version of the game, which it sounds like they're going to be. I'm just like trying to read Twitter. It's just like so much stuff going on here. Like my personal opinion on this, and this is obviously pure speculation, but my personal opinion about this is that they did the microtransactions thing and the stash space thing and realized that it was incredibly easy to make literally millions of dollars out of the player base. And they've got...
April 1st was 24 days ago, BSG.
Exactly. Thanks for the bits. Exactly. Aaron, thank you for the Prime as well, man. Yeah, so... I don't even know what I was saying. So I think they've realized they can make a ton of money out of people. And the EOD users were so in on the game already that we'll probably buy most stuff. Even if only 1 in 5 EOD users buy, like a lot of people have EOD in this game, right? Even if only 1 in 10 EOD users buy, I mean, my rough estimate of the broad player base that's like, not necessarily player base, it's like the Tarkov universe, right? If you look at it and try to figure out like who's, really involved and who, the size of the actual player base, there's probably 2 million people broadly interested in EFT. I think there's probably like between 500,000 to 1 million people who like touch the game at least once a year. Like, play a little bit of each wipe or something. Definitely 500,000, but maybe up to 1 million. If you look at like, the size of the Reddit, the size of Pesley's channel and stuff like that, they're in the near million region. They're like 800k and stuff. When I put out an update on my channel that does well, my videos can get up to like 150,000 views towards the start of the wipe. So that's at least like, and I'm not the biggest creator by any means. So like, that's like, there's 150,000 people who are like playing and actively interested in updates. So EOD play, I wouldn't be surprised if there was 500,000 EOD players. So if only 1 in 10 of those people buy this update, you're talking about like 50,000 people spending, even if we just say $100, they're just like literally just 5 mil just appears in their bank account overnight. That's my personal opinion. is that I think they're kind of like pushing it as far as they can. And I think they've pushed way too far this time. I'm sorry I'm not reading chat that much. But I can't do both. I'm like reeling. Normally I'm like playing the game and reading chat. Right now I'm like enraged and speaking. Let me see what you guys are saying. Arena Breakout, Infinite looking real nice. And Grey Zone, right? There's more competition coming. Maybe that was part of the reason why they wanted to do it. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they're feeling threatened. Maybe they feel like they can't. There's no way they're going to monetize this, right? Aren't BSG officially registered in the UK? Does it mean they could get effed by consumer laws? Unlikely. Maybe. I think it's unlikely. It would take years anyway. I don't think it matters. 82 upgrade from EOD. You haven't checked out the taxes yet, by the way. There's tax as well. Yeah, I mean the price here is without any taxes at all. Additional fees are not included in the price. There's no taxes in this. And probably a payment fee, but that's probably getting quite small at this point because it's like usually a fixed amount. In the US, it's $250 to buy a new one, and that's also without taxes. Do you think BSG expected this kind of backlash? I mean, they should have, right? The UK person with the EOD, it's almost $100. It's like $107. It's more than 100 to upgrade from EOD. So the way that this could have been done in a sensible way, I don't know what on earth they're thinking with these things. Like these things are completely unhinged, right? These items are unhinged, but obviously depending on how they're done. Like maybe you don't get them to start with. Maybe they're like unique radio item. Maybe it comes like, maybe you have to get Kappa first or something, and maybe it's in PvE only. As I said, I don't think it is, but maybe it is. Who knows? So, I don't know, whatever. But the rest of it still stands. The way that they could have made this sensible is that they could have added this edition. Yeah? They could have added most of these things, to be honest. Get rid of ETS. There's no need to add ETS in here. That's stupid. Access to PvE co-op mode also gets added here. And then it also gets retroactively added to players with EOD. And then they also add PvE co-op mode as a standalone DLC for $40. That, honestly, would probably have fixed this. In my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. No access to arena? Is there no arena on this one? I mean, that's funny, but... Agree? $40 a bit steep is more reasonable. I mean, I'm putting it at a high price, right? If I was... Like, what did they sell arena for? But like $30 would be, you know... Would be good. I mean, I'm putting the price high because it's like... If BSG are pushing the envelope... Like, I think $50 would be too much just for that. Gave them $150 for an unfinished game. This is true. We didn't pay them for PvE, though. Like, if they release this edition... To be honest, I'm not going to buy it anyway. But if they release this edition and PvE separately, it would mean that the standard account guys who wanted to play PvE could do that. If you're an EOD guy who is just playing the game normally... then it doesn't matter. You don't need to buy the PvE section. It'll allow the people to get... And then if you're like a super, like, you know... I don't even want to say sweatlord, but like a big believer in the game or whatever, then you could buy this thing and get the knife, the extra, like, some of the extra stuff. Like, the extra stuff doesn't really matter. Like, in the real game, it's not going to really make any difference.
Gold, please.
PvE should be €5 a month subscription. See, that'd be great, actually. Bobo, thank you for the 10 months, man. I think, like, because most people don't need the PvE section, right? But EOD should get free access to PvE. Tag Games, thanks for the Prime. Do you think they'll let you upgrade? Yeah, of course. Yeah, so you can upgrade from EOD. No subscriptions. I mean, at this point, I don't really care. Like, BSG need a model that works. I'm not opposed to a subscription model, so long as BSG keep updating the game. Oh yeah, tag games. It's a disgrace. I agree. It's a total. Have you seen the radio? Yeah, look, I've literally got it up here. Like the radio is in. This thing is insane. I don't know. I don't understand what circumstances this is in. But this thing with 6+ fence reps, scavs won't shoot first at ranges over 60 meters. This is absolutely bonkers. And then players from your friends list can join your raid. These two things are just. These are unhinged. These are completely unhinged. If they're in the PvP version of the game, if they're in PvE, I don't give a shit. If they're in the PvP version, in the PvE version. They can do what they want in the PvE version. I don't care. They can do what they like in PvE. If people want to play PvE and mess about, then that's fine. That's okay, right? I don't care then. People are playing just to mess about. You know? Then it doesn't matter. The friends joining is a future update, not now. Well, it needs to be in the PvE only version, though. It can't be in the PvP version. It can't ever be in the PvP version. New hideout and item are actually cool, but things pay bonus just seems like the most outrageous execution ever. I mean, who knows what this means? Ability to build a unique zone in the hideout. I don't know what this means, but it can't give you like, well, I guess it could give you some benefit, but like, but EOD should get that too. Guys, I don't even know what to think. This is absolutely insane. Are you getting it? No, I'm not buying it. Don't buy this. I actually slightly disagree with you, Deep. I actually don't think they're running out of money. I think they just think that they want to raise more money because I mean they're a business, right? So they think they can make more money. So fine. But I think they're just like way overstepped. I don't necessarily believe all of the people saying that like the SG are going, going bankrupt or whatever. I just don't think that's true. I mean, it might be, but streamer boycott. I mean, I'm going to keep covering the game. I'm just not going to buy this. Would you buy it if you didn't have EOD? Well, what do you, if you didn't have, like, if you're on standard, this thing is that the question there, Beskin, thank you for the prime, man. The question there is like, why didn't you have EOD to begin with?
Gold, please.
This is a very entertaining rant.
If you didn't have EOD to begin with, then you probably didn't care about some of this stuff, right? So if you didn't have EOD, if you never bought EOD to begin with, then you don't care about the stash size. You probably don't care about like extra slots. There's like, is the trader rep in here? I don't know. But there's like, most of this stuff you probably don't really care about if you're on standard. So the only thing you'd really care about maybe is access to PvE co-op. Given that you can't buy PvE co-op as a standalone, like, do not pay $200 to upgrade to this edition to access PvE co-op. Like, you're gonna have to play with friends in the first place, right? So say you've got like 5 friends, you're gonna spend like $1,000 between each of you to upgrade from standard. That's assuming you all have the base game. Dude, it's like absolutely mind-blowing. I've wanted Gamma the whole time. I mean, does it say on here about Gamma? It does say you do get Gamma. I mean, it's a lot of money for the Gamma. I do feel for people who came after EOD got removed, though, because then you never got the edition. Sorry, you never got the option. I'm upgrading from EOD 100%. What for, though? To play that I can understand people wanting to play co-op offline with friends and upgrading from EOD to do that. Like, if they really, really want to. You've all got good jobs or whatever. Can you talk about how the player base is being split between PvE and PvP? I can. I don't think that will make any difference. How many people realistically do you think are going to move from the actual PvP experience to the PvE experience? I reckon it'll just bring people back who want to play PvE. I don't think that many people are actually going to want to play PvP. I don't think that many people are going to want to play PvP that is still... Sorry, oh my god, I can't even speak. I don't think that many people are going to want to play the PvE version of the game that are still playing the PvP version of the game now. Those people have already quit for this wipe. They've already left. I'm sorry I'm not making so much sense. I'm actually really, really, really angry. And just very confused. So, in terms of splitting the player base, I don't think it matters. People who want to play PvE already on SPT. Exactly. PvE might bring people back from SPT. Exactly. But having to, like, a lot of, like, if you're a PvE guy, if you're a big PvE guy, maybe you have a EOD. Maybe you did play at one point on EOD. Maybe. But I reckon a lot of those people are people who, like, played the game, played that. I mean, this is me just making it up. I have no stats to back this up. But, like, people who played the game, they were on standard, and they went, okay, well, maybe this game isn't for me, actually. And then they moved over to, like, SPT, or just stopped playing the game. So those people might come back and, like, pay for this PV co-op if it's not going to be, like, $200 to do so. Like, the hurdle is actually lower for those who have EOD, obviously. But it should be its own separate thing. Somebody was talking about, like, chat's moving so fast. Like, somebody was talking about Pestily's, like, someone softening the blow or something. Pestily spoken to Nikita or whatever. Like, what are people saying? Has Pestily said anything? After what he said on here? I can't see anything on Twitter, so I don't know. Pestily is at a con right now. He's like, yeah, he's not here. So his video was recorded like in his room or something, his hotel room. SP Tarkov is free. I mean, yeah, but also it's like you have to fiddle around with it and whatever. It doesn't have like PvE co-op. Like you can't play together. X-Bombs, thank you for the Prime. ED supporters should have a discount to the upgrade cost. I mean, it shouldn't cost what it does. I think everybody, it should be cheaper for everybody, right? Like if EOD is 150 on the website, this thing should be like 180. And PvE co-op should be separate. It should be a separate mode. I don't even care about this with this thing, really. I don't even care about this edition. This PvE thing, like, except for this stuff, except for these things. If this stuff ends up not being as crazy as it looks, and they split out PvE, it might be okay. But the way they just put out for now is, like, absolutely outrageous. Yeah, people would love to play a version of single-player Tarkov that they can play with their friends, get progression, not have to wait for patches, and it actually be, like, sanctioned by BSG as, like, a real mode. You're not worried about, you know, getting banned or ousted or whatever, right? Can you just play offline mode with your friends? You can, but there's no progress, right? Right now in the game, you can play co-op offline, but it's one raid using your existing character and nothing saves. But that's good. Thank you for the Prime. Pask Udny. Easy, the worst update been so far. Yeah. Why is yours 250? Because I'm not logged in. This is the base price. Take calls. I want to dial in and talk about how BSG is reading the game. No, that's going to get even more unhinged if I do that. I'm not going to do that. I have EOD. I don't play the game unless I play with friends here and there. Started playing SPT 2 wipes ago. But much more. When this edition solely for co-op PvE, there's a co-op mod for SPT. We've been tried. Running it's fine. Love that it's finally officially supported. I mean, that's the thing I understand. And that's the reason why I think it should be separate, because lots more people would do that. Basically, rules lowering what DLC is. Yeah, like this is DLC. This is DLC. Brew V Foley, thank you for the Prime. This is DLC. EOD owners should get this. PV co-op should be an EOD. This is like so cut and dried. It's not even funny. Arena is more new game than this? Correct. Yeah, Arena's a whole new game. Do you guys remember though? They tried to make Arena be paid for by EOD players, and then they went back on it because everybody like had a fit, rightly so. How is it PvE and not DLC? I don't know. If you were on YouTube, would you still be playing Tarkov after this? The thing is, like, I'm annoyed about what they've done, but it doesn't necessarily affect the actual game. We'll see about these items. If these items are, like, really stupid, like, I still enjoy the game, though, and I'll probably still play it. But playing it doesn't give them any more money. In fact, you could partly argue that you could partly argue that playing the game actually costs BSG money because then they have to, you know, run their servers or whatever. So like, I don't really care about taking stances against companies in terms of like my own behavior. If I enjoy the game, I'm going to play the game regardless. To be honest, I'm just not as like principled like that. I just don't think it makes enough difference. Somebody's going to play. Somebody's going to make content. Like it's kind of whatever. Maybe you think that's, you know, not very principled, but if I enjoy the game, I'll still play it. But I mean, look, it does put a big question mark over the game itself. Got all these competitors coming out, you know. Will I naturally focus more time and energy on those things? Like maybe. Like boycotts just don't really work like this. Like they just don't make it. They don't do anything. Playing the game without buying the new edition just drains the server resources, 300 IQ. Yeah, just literally just like load into co-op offline just over and over and over and over again. If you don't want to play the game because of this update, I don't blame you. If you enjoy playing Tarkov, carry on playing and don't feel bad about that. Right? Don't feel like you have to stop playing just because they put a stupid update out. Also, nothing is permanent. Like as I said, like they had plans originally to make Arena paid for by EOD players. But they ended up not doing that. The one problem thing that they have here is that they've already sold this edition to people before. They should have announced this thing, seen the backlash, and then released it, right? Like the fact that they've released it without telling anybody just as a surprise means some people have already paid for it. So if they then like change some of the stuff, they're actually in like a real tricky spot. Playing devil's advocate, how is this BSG going to raise money to continue development and pay staff if there's nothing else to buy? Yeah, I mean this is valid, but I'm not saying that they shouldn't have anything up to buy. Like stash space was a good idea. This, in principle, is a good idea. Access to PvE co-op mode as a paid for like DLC is a good idea. Like I'm genuine. Like if it's a live service game, I'm genuinely not opposed to a subscription model, simply because it matches their like funding requirement more closely. You know, like if you make a single player game, you pay once for that single player game. They develop it once. I know there's some patches and stuff afterwards, and then that's it. And then they make another game, right? But these like live service games that run for like 10 years or whatever, like a single payment doesn't really like. That's why a lot of companies have gone to microtransactions, because a single payment doesn't match like the funding requirement to build, develop, and continue to resource the game in the way that it's needed. So that's kind of why I don't really like. I don't mind them like putting that stuff up for sale, just not like this, and not in this way. Why do you have to pay at least in the UK? At least the cheapest price you can play PvE co-op offline is £107. That's the cheapest possible price if you're in the UK. Like, I'm not opposed to buying some stuff, right? Like, buying some stuff is okay. It's not a live service game. It's still in beta. I honestly, I think you're kidding yourself if you think that this isn't a live service game and that this game is a beta. At this point. Genuinely. That's been my opinion for ages. If you have heard, like, the game is unfinished, sure. But it's a live service game. I really don't think that it's... I don't think alpha, beta, and released actually really fit Tarkov very well. People always talk about it in those terms, and I don't like people talking about it in those terms because it just doesn't fit the way that Tarkov is.
$5 monthly add-on to any edition. Lets new players try and learn, and stop paying for it if they want to switch to only playing the main game.
Maybe. That sounds better than what they've done. That would be better. That would already be better. I don't know whether that's the best idea, but it's certainly better than what they've tried to here. Willers unironically bought this. Thing is, as a content creator, right? You can kind of justify buying anything that BSG puts out, really, because it's a business expense to start with, and you can probably use it in your content to see like what it's all about. So it's like it's different for a creator. But Willers doesn't need any of this stuff anyway. Willers doesn't need EOD. What's your definition of live service? I don't have one offhand. So I'm not going to create one on the fly. Like, I don't have a PDF with my, my thoughts documented in it, such that we can point like logical holes within whether I think it's live service or beta. I just feel like it is.
Gold, please.
Just my personal opinion.
Since
You can disagree with me.
already fleeced
Feel
me
free
out
to
of
disagree with me.
$117.44. Have my Prime sub.
Thanks, Danny. You didn't buy it, did you? Brightling, thank you for the community gifted. Appreciate it.
Gold, please.
Ay, 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 ay. BSG won't take you seriously on unless you write a 300-word essay. If they switch to subscription, I want my money back. Well, I've never understood what BSG mean by DLC either, right? Because they talk about like unconscious state and stuff like that being DLC. It's like, doesn't even make any sense. I don't think they really even know what it means. Glorious dropped a bit of his opinion. We've got that media PR training. I just don't want to be caught up on like a technicality of something that I say. It's just my personal opinion, Like people saying that like, oh, but there's a definition for this stuff. Like, I have a general understanding of what live service means broadly. And I know what it means to me. I've never read the definition for live service game. It feels to me like it fits the subject of EFT much better than the definition beta does, which I've also never read the technical definition for. So I'm not going to suddenly make a definition now or like read the definition and then suddenly... I mean, we could read the definition. Like, what does Wikipedia say? Like, in the video game industry, I mean, it redirects you to games as a service. Which is like providing video games or game content on a continuing revenue model. Games released under the games as a service model typically receive a long or indefinite stream of monetized new content over time to encourage players to continue paying to support the game. Which is what BSG are kind of like trying to move towards, right? That's what they're trying to move towards. They're trying to get a live service funding model because it better fits their funding requirement, which is what I said. Oh my god. Willis is ignoring his Twitch chat, too bad. Well, it's probably the same stuff over and over. He probably just doesn't want to talk about it anymore. I was actually very tempted not to go live because I just wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about all this stuff for hours on end. What does Landmark say? I wake up to this garbage and for $250, this ain't it. Good. Good. And I think Glorious originally said, like, you know, maybe it's okay. Because he said, I see a lot of complaints about people who don't understand why I'll buy the new edition. So I bought EOD when I had 200 hours, and now I have 12,500. But then, like, I think, like, 30 minutes later or whatever, he was like, now I see the price is $95 for EOD owners, and that is greedy as F. Should be at least $25 to $50 as DLC. Last take on this. So, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, maybe we should revisit everything. Maybe we even need Notepad. Maybe we even need Notepad for all of this. So PvE, co-op, progression, is a big win. But locking it behind at least £107 upgrade is a huge L. The two pay to win items. What were they again? What were they called? Mark of the Unheard. Equals scouts won't shoot you from greater than 60 meters first. And the distress signal equals friends can join your raid. Join your in-progress raid. If these are in the PvP version of the game, that is insane. We'll go back and revisit this and say PvE co-op progression should be a standalone purchase. $30, $40, something like that. And be given to EOD for free. I think this is kind of... That's sort of the... Oh. What's happened to my screen? Sorry, one sec. Oh, I know why. It's it's because I created a new one of these windows. Right. Did you play any Greyzone? I did. It's got problems, but it's I think it's gonna be good. I think the guys are listening. Hopefully they listened to all of the feedback that everybody gave us, that everybody gave to them, and then they can make a real good game. Like, Greyzone is like a really good base. I actually did a video about Greyzone. If anybody hasn't gone to see the video I did about Greyzone, YouTube doesn't like that video particularly for my channel. So if you want to go and hear my thoughts about Greyzone, did do a video about it. It's on YouTube. I posted it yesterday, I think. And yeah, I posted it yesterday, but it's like not really getting any views because I guess I was kind of late. At the same time as my channel's not very like Tarkov. It's a very, very Tarkov heavy. And so a lot of people like just didn't click on it. That's, you know, that's on me as a creator. But if you do want to go and see that, it may not have shown it to you because it decided, oh, only 6% of my audience normally clicks on that video rather than the usual 12. So I'm not going to show it to anybody else, which is the way that YouTube works, which is fair enough, right? That's fair enough. Greyzone looks okay, but I have zero desire for another PvP game. You can play PvE on Greyzone when it comes out. There's going to be 2 sets of servers there as well. I've bought cars for $250. Unheard will have 2 separate PMCs. I believe so. Beef didn't pay for this month's live service. Yeah. Is this pay to win? If these things are in PvP, then yes. I mean, this is much more pay to win than the other stuff. You've also got these things, right? You've also got expanded pockets, and expanded pockets is kind of crazy. Like, that's kind of like weird, but I don't think it matters too much. Expanded pockets should be accessible in-game through quests of some kind. I think that's true. And then ETS should not be part of this package. It's a curated set of people who test stuff under semi-NDA. Like, it's more of an agreement. But if you, like, I said in my video, like, what happens if you're in ETS because you buy this package and then you, like, just leak all the stuff? Imagine Punisher mission with more mags. I mean, it just basically takes the point out of it. Are you going to buy it? No, I'm not. Will Giga buy this version? No. I don't need... Why would I need to buy this? Buy 12 other games on some sort of discount? Yes. Six plus scav rep from the rip? I didn't think you get 6 plus scav rep immediately. You get increased fence standing, but I don't know what that means. If there's no way to in-game to earn the bigger pockets, that's surely pay to win too. Like, it's a small piece of pay to win. Like, you're not going to win a fight because you've got an extra pocket, but it certainly makes some things easier. Like Punisher Part 4, for example. How much longer until the update is done? I think it's technically supposed to be done in an hour. Oh no, maybe about now, actually. Well, they said 6 hours starting at 8. So it should be about now. PvE co-op should literally be in the base game. Probably. So I'll change that there. Because, yeah, it probably should be in the base game. I can see why they won't do that, though. Yo, Crab. Poking around some other streamers, the general consensus is WCF is PSG doing. Yep, that's the consensus. Are you going to buy Unheard and test it? Probably not. Don't need small rigs anymore with expanded pockets. Yeah, because you've got a scab vest in your pocket. Got a Slayer in my pocket. Yep. Yeah, the game is still down for maintenance right now. As far as I understand it. Let me just see if I... Sometimes you can check for updates here and you can get it early. Sometimes. Yeah, it's not up yet. Going to reset account when you upgrade? No, that's gone like a long time ago. Co-op modes and charging $100 is crazy. Feel like it's going to affect you playing the game? It depends what they do with these pay-to-win items. It depends what they do with these. I don't think so, honestly. I'll still enjoy the game. It probably won't make that much difference to me personally. But it's just insane. ETS stands for Early Test Server. This one here. ETS.
Been playing since 2019. I feel betrayed by BSG.
Yep, and so you should. I missed what's the update? Yeah, so they've added PvE co-op, but you have to pay for the biggest edition of the game, which they've added, which is $250 as a base price. To upgrade from EOD, it costs $100. To upgrade from the standard account, it costs probably $200. It's an insane amount. And inside it, it's got some potentially really crazy things, like your pockets become a scav vest, and there's like 2 insane items which make the scavs not shoot at you from over 60 meters. Like, unless you shoot at them first, but they don't aggro over 60 meters. And friends can join your raid. If these things are in the PvP version of the game, it's insane. You got scammed version. Thanks to the 5. And now they can look at this and think, yeah, we've done okay. Or what was it? It just went off the top. I don't know how they can look at this and what they've done and think, yep, this is totally fine. Everyone will be happy. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, as long as you're having fun and not giving BSG money, I say continue playing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong continuing to play. There's nothing wrong with that, right? And as I said before, if you continue to play, you actually cost BSG money by running on their servers if you really want to think about it that way. But like, I don't like, as long as I'm, and the thing is, if you want to buy the bigger version of the game to play with your friends and you think it's worth $100, then just freaking do it, right? Who cares what people think? If you think that is worth it for you and your people, and you've all got, you know, high-paying tech jobs or whatever, and the money doesn't matter to you guys, and you're going to enjoy yourself, then yeah, sure, do it. But I think this is a huge mistake from BSG's perspective. Like, don't prevent yourself from having fun for the principles of $100 here or there, or whatever, to BSG, because none of that really moves the needle. But this is about the bigger picture, right? I'm not going to buy this, and I don't think people should buy this, really. Like, if they don't, then they'll have to change something. Yeah, all of that is without tax. Even if I was a millionaire, I'd still be effed off being an EOD player, for sure. Co-op standalone should, at worst, be given to the PvE.
What a mess.
Sorry, to the EOD players. Yo, Kinder, thanks for the 9, man. Focus should be a Ragman service when you go Ragman 4. Solves the conflict with Scav Fest quests. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Isn't it basically the content creator edition? Maybe. There is a gamma case, yes. You get a gamma as well. It's up here. There it is. Secure container gamma. You get a weapons case, an ammo case, a lucky scav junk box, and 1,000,000 rubles, like off the rip as well, right at the beginning of the game. Not that stuff kind of balances out at the end, but so it doesn't really matter. I mean, that's like, I haven't even talked about that yet. You know, like you open up in the new wipe and you've already got 1,000,000 rubles on top of the lucky scav junk box. You don't get that with EOD. You do get like 500k, I think, with EOD. But you have to, like, the lucky scav junk box is the first thing you buy. I can't buy this version. I can't buy this version. If I buy this version, it's going to screw up all of my early game content. Co-op should target new players to try the game. Should be the cheat. Yes, I agree.
BSG community manager saying up co-op mode locked behind a paywall isn't DLC but a feature of the new edition is amazingly brain dead, lol.
What was that saying? A PvE co-op mode locked behind a paywall isn't DLC but a feature of the new edition. Yeah, I mean, they're reaching, right? It's just insane. Can you tell me more about this? Access to PvE co-op mode with persistent progression. Yeah, there's going to be PvE co-op. Like, this is a big win. PvE co-op with persistent progression with no wipe is a really big plus. People have been asking for that for ages. Like, this should have been a massive win. This could have been everybody rejoicing on on Twitter, on Reddit, and in the Discord saying, finally, BSG have listened to the portion of the community that doesn't want to play the regular PvP game, and they're not sacrificing their vision by making a separate edition for these people. So thank God they finally listened. But instead, they've locked it exclusively behind the most expensive version of the game. It's absolutely insane. People are considering to buy it because of PvE. Yeah, sure, because people really want it, right? Why is PvE so important? Some people really, really want it. Some people really want it. They do. They really want it. And it's a really good thing to add. This is like the crazy thing about it, right? Like, they've managed to let a massive win become a massive L. Because of how they've done it. Because they've done it through the lens of this, like, new unhinged edition. The unheard edition of Tarkov. It's the only way to get this PvE mode. Even as EOD, you have to upgrade. To get access to PvE, in the UK, it costs you at least £107. Have you thought about PvE items flooding Flea? I don't think they should be in the same... Like, PvE items should not be on the same Flea as PvP item. That's no way. But loads of people want PvE co-op with progression. Loads of people want that. When did the service go live? Don't know, man. At this rate, maybe BS should just keep them down. Dude, it's freaking wild. It's freaking wild.
Gold, please.
Absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane. Yo, Umbrella, thank you for the 20 gifteds. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, dude. Oh, it's implied that they will be separate, please, by virtue of PvE not wiping. Yeah, that's true. PvE stash will be separate. Yeah, but the character's completely separate for PvE. The PvE character is completely separate.
Have you thought about times flooding Flea?
We already did that one. You get extra Flea slots with the standalone PvE version. I guess so. They will be linked. Yeah, I imagine so. So things like more slots on the Flea, increased fence standing, expanded pockets. All of this, I think, is coming to the PvP version of the game. Increased mail retention time, so you get to have insurance for longer. But, like, none of that stuff I really care about that much. I hope there's an emergency meeting at BSG headquarters about pricing. I hope so. Do you think they'll do a U-turn? I'm honestly not sure. I actually don't know. I hope so, but it gets complicated for them to do a U-turn at this point because people have already paid for it. They can't really... Refunding people's really not that easy. I wish I could unhear all the bad news. Genuinely, guys, when I came on this morning and saw it, I went to go and check that it wasn't like Russian April Fool's Day, and then I went to check that it wasn't Battlestate Games. I thought it was a joke. I genuinely thought it was a joke on Twitter. What's your main ideal viewing platform, YouTube or Twitch? If you don't sub, YouTube. If you do sub, then Twitch. YouTube is way better for a passive viewer. But obviously, I don't get any... it's very similar. The revenue I get from YouTube and from Twitch is very, very similar. But YouTube has a lot better ad revenue, despite the ad experience actually being a lot better on YouTube. But 90% of the money I make on Twitch is from subs. So if you want to passively view, then YouTube is probably the best place. Will is getting called a seller over and over again for buying it. He's a content creator though, right? So like it's different for him. People shouldn't like go out on a witch hunt against Willers for this, because some of this stuff he's probably going to turn into videos and things. This is like, it's a business decision for him to pay for this. Like we shouldn't be like lynch mobbing creators who decide to want to pay for this stuff. You know? It's a $10 PvE practice, not the same. So the offline co-op PvE practice is one raid and done with your existing PMC, and there's no progression at all. This allows you to play on a separate character completely from level 1 and go up the levels, complete quests with your friends without any other PMCs on there.
Gold, please.
Surfer, thank you for the prime. Do you think this will drive away a lot of their player base? I don't think so. I think there's going to be a huge outcry right now. I think there's going to be a huge outcry like right now. And then people will kind of go back to the way they were before. Because people would either just buy the edition or not.
They were at the finish line and shit their pants.
Thanks for the 2 Aussies. Appreciate it. I pay for YouTube Premium because I'm bad with money and I hate ads. I actually get more from YouTube Premium if you have it, so that's good. Yo, Twin2, thank you for the prime, man. Is it worth paying 100 plus to play offline with friends? That's for you to decide. Willis should stand with the player base. I mean, he can stand with the player base and also buy it at the same time. Like, what has he said? Has he said, this is totally reasonable and I think it's fine what they've done? Has he said that? In which case, I would disagree with him. Right? He can say, this is a shambles and for the average player, this sucks. They should have done it XYZ way and then buy it anyway because he's a content creator, right? There's nothing inherently wrong with that. He's doing the best for his business at the same time as voicing his opinion. I'm sure he's not going to say that it's like, that it's fine. I'm sure. No one agrees with this, right? What's your opinion on not letting devs, on devs not letting EOD users get most of his content? I think it is very bad, especially for the PV sunline. The other stuff I kind of don't care, but like you could argue that most of this, I don't think they should ever.
Terrible stream to come back to.
I know. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for the 10. I know. Like I haven't played Tarkov, or like when did I last play Tarkov? So all of this week I've been playing Greyzone. All of last week I was away on holiday. The last time I played Tarkov was the 11th of April. Literally 2 weeks today. I haven't played for 2 weeks. I opened the game this morning for 5 seconds to like record some quick footage for the next video. Obviously because the game was going to go down for like 1 billion years. And then all of this stuff kicked off, so I made a video about the patch instead. Which is honestly probably better for me that it ended up being that way, but... Why does real money give me access to an item that makes scavs not shoot me? Yeah, that's deranged. It's absolutely... This thing is deranged if it's in PvP. If it's in the PvP version of the game, this is deranged. Where'd you go on holidays? I went down to Minehead in the UK to go to Butlins with the kids. We had a really lovely time. We had such a lovely time. I actually kind of didn't even really look at Tarkov Twitter or whatever. So I've not really done anything on the audio or anything like that because I felt like very disconnected actually for the first time in like 3 years. And now this is like just really, this is a really weird moment for me in Tarkov, right? I'm normally so connected to the community. I had a whole week off where I really wasn't like paying attention, and then I've had a whole week where I've been playing Greyzone instead. Is distress signal in PvP? I hope to God no. Can't wait to see you dive into another game. I mean, I'm probably gonna play these other games, right? For sure, as well. Tarkov could have been the perfect platform to ease new players into Tarkov mechanics. Agreed. Do you think the radio transmitter item is paid access to Lightkeeper? I don't. Butlins, hell yeah, we go to Bogner next week. Yeah, we had like the full-on Justin Fletcher, Mr. Tumble show. We went to see Jack and the Beanstalk show. The kids loved it. It was great. It was great. Does this give BSU more leeway to strike down on the SPT mod? Probably. Sadly. I'm happy we're getting better patch notes and clear intentions with the patch. The info about pen and how it works is nice. Yeah. New edition does give gamma. It is mentioned right here. It says it right here. Says it right there. 60 meters really only affect sniper scavs? I don't know. You'd be surprised, right? Like, what if you're running through shoreline and there's scavs in the construction area? Scavs on Scav Island. What does the stream at EFT Discord say? I mean, it's basically just people complaining, right? There's actually not much in there. It's just like, it's actually like weird silence, if you know what I mean. I don't think anybody can believe that this has happened. Why don't you like the ETS access? Because ETS is like I don't think you should be able to just pay for that if it's in its current form. If they relax the NDA, then it would make more sense. But in its current form, like you have to be let into ETS. It's like a very specific set of people to test stuff. No sniper scav shooting is a huge deal. Yep. Like in interchange as well, scavs won't shoot at you through like long distances through the mall. Like from one end of Goshan to the other, you won't be shot at. Willis is saying it's 99% bullshit and he bought it to see how much he got scammed. So there you go. Willis is doing it for content. So anybody, like, everyone can just shut up about Willis, right? Shut up about Willis. I don't want to hear about Willis again. Stress signals that RMT cheaters wet dream. Kind of, yeah. You get EOD plus. Yeah, so if you're on EOD and you upgrade to this thing, then you get all this stuff, right? Maybe I should just, like, run the video in the background. I do have the video because I edited it into the video today, so I do have it to hand. Maybe I'll just have it play in the first, just like run around. Where is it? Trailer. Here we go. I'll just put it up so people could just see it go around. Make it small or something. Put it in the corner. Hopefully it doesn't screw up the stream. Should do. Here you go. While we just chat. Go on, go away, little box. Right. Where were we? In 3 hours, Nikita will release an April Fool's video. Like, I wish that they hadn't have taken people's money already, and then they just announced this. To see what people would say, and then not have the awkward problem of like having done this stuff and then wanting to, because like they can't really go back now. I'm speechless, friends. I'm speechless. Waiting for them to backtrack on this or change the price? Surely they do something. Oh, you're talking about the regular EFT Discord. Yeah, somebody was asking me about the streamer Discord. The regular EFT Discord is unhinged. Nikita needs to talk about publicly on stream or something? Yeah. Are sniper scavs obsolete? Basically. Depends whether they're, you know, cut out of this or not, but... Well, packet loss bug, I think, is gone. Are you mad at Nikita? I guess it's his decision, so probably. You're not wrong. I opened just because you said it and the EFT Discord is unhinged. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Oh, my word. Yeah, they can't even refund it in full because of X-Solar keeping their fees. Do not new version has Trader Rep and Arena included. I think... Because I don't even understand like what this includes in terms of Trader Rep. Because the only other one that has the Trader Rep one is this one, though. Prepare for Escape. There is no, like, currently there is no edition with Arena included. EOD was that, and this doesn't have Arena on it. So whether they add that, I mean, it would make more sense to add Arena to this version as well. To make you pay for this and make you pay for Arena as well is just like actually stupid. That's just like pure stupidity. Packet loss is still there. The symbol is just not popping up at the start. Oh, can you still tell or what? Like, as I said, I've not played for 2 weeks, so. A lot of people are unhappy. There's still tons of people buying it, which is kind of a shame. They can't refund because they no longer have the money. Refunds out of the question. I don't think... Well, I don't know. I just wish they hadn't done it this way. It's like the worst possible way to do this. Oh, God, guys. No joke, the knife is a pre-made asset from the store. I have seen this. I don't know whether that's true or not, whether it just looks similar. I'm not sure. I haven't done a deep dive into that. Some people were saying that the knife that you get with this version of the game is already exists in like a Unity asset store somewhere. People were saying. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Imagine telling people to buy the co-op training EOD and then releasing an update with an even better PvE. Yeah, like the actual PvE that people wanted. It's a real knife. Well, if it's a real knife, then that's like kind of whatever. I mean, I don't know if it matters that much. Who cares, right, about the cosmetic? The cosmetic is like one of the least impactful things about this. I honestly couldn't care less whether they take a real knife that's a part of the Unity store, put it as part of this DLC. Who cares about that when we've got all of this to talk about, right? Love to try out PvE, but not for $100. Loads of people want to do the game in PvE with their friends, with progression. Loads of people want to. And people would do it for a small price, right? It's a little bit like they need to think about like Gabe Newell and Steam and the way that they do their things there. You know, it's like people constantly ask like why Steam is so wildly popular despite piracy existing, for example. It's a very similar kind of parallel between that and like SPT and Tarkov. Right? So I think Gabe's position on it has always just been basically you just make the platform more appealing than piracy. Right? Piracy is not like anxiety free. You know, you could get caught by your OSP for downloading the stuff in the first place. It might come with malware. You don't really know. Updating the stuff is annoying. There's no auto patches. It's a real pain. You know, all this stuff. Like, Steam is a beautiful platform that fixes all this stuff, and people are happy to pay because the prices are usually reasonable, and it makes sense. This is a very similar argument between SPT, which, you know, BSG don't want, but you've got to put it at a price point and make it accessible where people feel like, yeah, okay, no, this is it's worth going to do this because it's BSG sanctioned. I don't want to get banned. I can play with my friends, whatever. People would easily pay $20 for that. Easily. Probably 30, maybe 40 if they really wanted to. But doing it the way that they've done it and locking it behind this mode is insanity. It's absolutely insane. Like, I know there's some sort of like there's some people who are saying they'll buy it no matter what, which is true. But it's like another one of these things where I saw a, like, think about it, right? How many Steam sale games have you paid for that you've never even played, just on the off chance that you were gonna play it in the future? Like, there's a you know, the elasticity of pricing or whatever. It's like the cheaper you make it, the more people are gonna buy the thing. And the number of Steam sale like research that was done where you make the price like 10% of what it was, like 90% off, and you get more than 10 times the sales. I mean, is that going to be the same for EFT? I don't know. Pay for a game you never play? Yeah, no, I mean, like, you know, a game that's $20 that you've been kind of interested in, but you never really got around to it, and it's on Steam sale for $2. Like, tons of people bought that, right? Those kind of games, and have them in their queue and still haven't got around to playing them. But they don't feel scammed because it was their choice. It's a steal, and they've got the option to play it now forever. You know? Making it at least... So if I were to play PvE with my friends, if it's me and a mate in the United Kingdom for me and a mate to play PvE together. In total, we have to spend between us £214 to do so if we both have EOD. That's mind-blowing. That's mind-blowing. How do I get this to loop? Didn't realize it wasn't playing. If a game is on sale for a tenner, I'll buy it even if I never play it. Exactly. Only party leader needs PvE. I think that's extremely unlikely. We'll see. I think it's extremely unlikely. It's 100% going to be added as a buy on its own thing like stash lines. I mean, it better had be. How do you know? How do you know that though? Like, they haven't said that. Why wouldn't they freaking say? A solid 500 if you and the friend don't own any version. Before taxes, that is. So the 107 times 2, that's with taxes. So, and that's in pounds. 500 USD is without taxes. For two people to play the game together is nearly 600 US if you don't have it already. 1,000 for a 4-player co-op game? It's absolutely bonkers. Like, who's going to pay for this? It's absolutely insane. Guys, I don't even know what to say. You and your 5-man group of friends finds out Tarkov wants to play PvE together, then finds out it's $12.50 US between all of you before tax, correct? Or like, most of my friends have EOD that I played with originally. Most of them don't play anymore. Are those people going to pay £107 each to play PvE? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Literally, the whole of Twitter's just... Actually, you know what? This is a good point. This thing... This thing is premiering in 2 hours, by the way. It's very interesting timing. The Arena Breakout Infinite closed beta gameplay, which is the PC version of Arena Breakout, which I've played and did a video on previously because the game's actually good, but not on mobile only, which is the problem. And they're bringing it to PC, right? I genuinely think it could be quite good. It's possible. It's basically a clone of Tarkov. It's almost identical. Look, they've got like bronze lines and everything. It's like it's a Tarkov clone, like through and through. So this is premiering in. Does it actually say?
Can't wait for videos of the AIPMCs being absolutely brain dead to hear Yakety Sax playing in the background.
458.
Text overlays saying $250.
Well, I'm going to be offline anyway by then. But it's interesting timing, let's put it this way. Is Arena Breakout part of BSG? No way. What's weird is Tencent owns part of that and owns part of BSG. Do they? Tencent owns part of BSG? Really? I didn't... That's the first I've ever heard of that. Most of us here in the UK are going through cost of living crisis. Who can actually afford this on top of our bills? I mean, yeah, don't, like, if you can't afford it, don't buy it, right? Like, you don't need to buy it. This is nothing... the game's not going to be ruined if you don't buy this, just for the avoidance of doubt. I'm just annoyed with the way they've done it. People call it Grey Zone Warfare Tarkov clone. Oh yeah, Arena Breakout is like an actual clone of the game, basically. There's a few, it's got some quality of life stuff. Like it has a map in game, a bit like Grey Zone, with like markers on, like locations on it and stuff. So it's a bit like Tarkov, but with like quality of life stuff that you'd get from a more casual game. Yeah, who said the Tencent owns part of BFG? How does anybody even know that? It would be the first time I've ever even heard about that. How do you even know? If you're going to unheard from EOD, you lose the EOD color and crown. And you pick between them. Is it a ploy to make EOD accounts even more rare? I don't know. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. Tarkov don't need 4 wiki pages up to play it. Like, the worst part about Arena Breakout was because I had to play it on my phone without mouse and keyboard. That was the worst part about the game. The fact that it actually like ran as well as it did, I was amazed. You can go and watch I did a video on it, right? And the reason why it was a sponsored video, but the reason why I did a video on that game was because it was actually okay. But yeah, Tencent is enormous, so... a bit like saying, I don't even know. They're just huge, so kind of whatever, right? I mean, I did a quick Google search and I can't see anything about it from a quick Google. Do you know if they have AI PMCs in co-op or how that works? Yes. There are AI PMCs in co-op. Just like there are in SBT. This was the extra info. So PMCs will be in game will be the AI. Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to complete the quests, right? Is Tarkov down? It's down for a patch. The patch that's introducing this thing. I'm not sure if I want... Practically speaking, do I want to fight BSG's AI PMCs? I'm not sure. The game is supposed to be up. Half an hour ago, I think. I'm basically just here to chat anyway. I was going insane just staring at social media on my own. As I said originally, I wasn't sure if I could be bothered to stream today because the game's probably not going to be up for hours. But ultimately, I was going mad just reading social media and just going demented with myself and my Discord chat. So at least we can all talk about it together. Supposed to be up in 20 minutes. I thought it was... Didn't they say 6 hours? It was 6 hours from 8. My time. So that would have been 14:00, which is like half an hour ago. Okay. It's not DLC, the entire Tarkov community. Yes, it damn well is. Basically. Anyone want to be ballistics dummies? Well, the patch isn't out yet, though. I don't know if I can face doing ballistics testing right now. If I'm totally honest with you. Tarkov help group, share your problems. Yeah. What I'm saying is I don't think a person exists that's picking up the game for the first time to play PvE. Probably not. Can you put the Discord update on the left? Sorry. This was the extra information. Can you read some posts? I'm at work and can't read the insane takes from people. Well, like Twitter posts. I mean, there's plenty of Twitter posts. One Peg says, BSG have given no indication that call in your friend's beacon for the future is only intended for the PvE mode. However, given the backlash, and they should do this, I wouldn't be surprised if they came out and said, it's for PvE fellas, really. I agree with that. Oh, what's this one? What's this? This is not Tarkov, but this is something else. We've only ever done roundtable discussions with creators, so now it's time to invite everyone to join. Marek, who's the CEO of Madfinger, will be there to talk about Grey Zone and the future Grey Zone Warfare. If you have any questions, they're having a public roundtable about Grey Zone Warfare. Sounds good. Arena Breakout actually posted about their premiere and said, as some eras fade and go unheard elsewhere. Oh my god, it says as... Oh my god, I actually didn't realize that. Holy crap. Holy crap, because this is the unheard edition, and it says, as some eras fade and go unheard elsewhere, ours is just rising. Holy crap. I didn't realize until One Peg said this, right? Oh my god. The shade is real. The shade is actually real. That's shots fired in the most insane way. That is mental. That is mental. Yeah, like Moy Dog said, Tarkov's new $250 unheard edition will give you an item that prevents scavs from shooting you, and even let friends join you mid-raid if you need help. I feel like the phrase pay to win doesn't even do this justice. So it has to be, like, this is why I keep saying that has to be in PvE only. It must be. Otherwise it'd be crazy. Abney Dude says, unheard edition of Tarkov is a little more than pay to convenience. 250 for less scav detection. A little more than pay for convenience. Yeah, $250 for less scav detection and player Zerg's mid-raid. Yikes. Sadly, this isn't a meme. We're full pay to win now. I mean, there's other people being like, before we get ahead of ourselves thinking this is a scary bold move, it might be misinterpreting this. It might be PvE only. And Blank says, just confirmed PvE and PvE flea market will be split at least. I think people are just wondering, like, God, these things must be separate, surely. On the Grey Zone Warfare Roundtable, a lot of questions is, will the game cost $250 as well? That's funny. It's too small to see now, probably, but I don't care. The unhinged edition, correct. Patch is 40 minutes late, no mention for BSG. I think shit has hit the fan. Yep, I reckon it has. Because if they need to make any changes, like, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, maybe they have to make some changes based on changes to their decisions that they're making out of this so that it's not confirmed. Because when people open the game and those things are in the game, then that'll be fully confirmed, right? Maybe they're, like, trying to delete these items from the players and put them behind, like Keeper quests or something. Stuff them behind the PvE mode only. Who knows, man? But this is insane. This is a dumpster fire. This is crazy. Reddit wilding? I've not even been on Reddit. What does Reddit have to say about this? Reddit is bad normally. I mean, it's just the same stuff as we've all said, right? The gates are open. Posts about the new edition won't be removed, mostly. Unheard edition is a disgusting amount of pay to win. Huh, that aged well. Free access to all subsequent DLCs. EOD for what? GG Tarkov. It ain't DLC, it's a unique feature of the new edition added. Yeah, that's bullshit, honestly. Pay to win content finally dropped. BSG just wants to milk the players before Greyzone takes over. I have no idea whether this is the reason why. I mean, you could reasonably argue that BSG think that the game's just going to die at 1.0, and so they've got all these competitors coming, and that they need to make as much money as they can now. You could reasonably make that argument. I mean, I don't know whether that's actually true or not. Who knows? But nobody knows if that's true or not. You could reasonably make that argument. What happens to people who've already spent the money? I don't know. If they remove parts of it, I don't know. Then it's a real mess. Hello, Clem. They were doing so good recently. Why this? Mate, it's insane. This whole thing is legit making me sad. Someone tell me I'm having a nightmare and wake me up. I know, I felt like this too. Real Goobers, thank you for the prime. But we've got to stand in solidarity. We're all players that enjoy the game Escape from Tarkov, but we very much disagree with the decisions BSG are making here. They made this edition because Arena flopped and they know it will not grow. Or they just realize they can make more money. Like, it doesn't necessarily need to be because they're, like, having issues. I know that one video got made. I don't think that's necessarily true, but... Yeah, it could simply be more money, right? They're a business, right? So they could simply say, okay, this is a good business decision. They've missed the mark, in my opinion. There's ways to make more money with some of these features. As I said, like, the biggest thing that makes me so sad about all of this is the PvE co-op progression, because this is so cool. This thing is so cool. I can't believe they added this to the game. But I also can't believe that we've taken a plus 100 rep points to minus 100 rep points by doing it in such a stupid way. Yo, 2 strikes. Thanks for the gifted, man. It's absolutely insane how, like, they've managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Like, this is a massive win. PvE co-op with progression is a huge win. People have been wanting this forever.
Gold, please. Good to catch you live again. Less good to see BSG being stupid again.
Igniama, thank you for the 31 months. Absolutely insane length of time there. That's nearly 3 years. Crazy. Appreciate you stopping by. It's mad though. Like, how did they make this into such a big L? How much is Greyzone going to be? We don't know. We actually don't know. It's going to be a paid-for game. What is the stupidest they've ever been? Yeah, they've managed to turn a big feature win into a massive community loss. And this was a surprise as well. The PvE co-op progress thing is a big surprise. They could have surprised everybody and been like, surprise everybody, PvE co-op is here. EOD gets it for free. You know. Yeah, like, and then they just said, oh, you know, standard account has to pay for it. Like, it's $30 or whatever. And you could buy, or like, maybe you can even like buy it. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe the PvE version is the base edition of the game and it's like the cheapest. But to play the actual PvP version of the game, you then have to upgrade to standard or something. I don't know. Like, whatever, right? Whatever. And there would have been people being like, well, I wish I could have done it this way or that way or whatever. But like, the DLC that killed Tarkov. Yeah, that's a great YouTube video title, by the way. Are you guys aware that $250 plus taxes is more than the minimum monthly salary in Brazil? Dude, it's a lot of money everywhere. But yeah, in somewhere like Brazil, for sure, it's like completely insane. They should give EOD the co-op progression, obviously. That's like so obvious. It just is insane. Why would you buy this without even knowing what you get, really? I agree. Don't buy it now. Don't buy it yet. Wait, it's probably going to get cheaper, or they might change it a bit, so it's not so stupid. The not DLC that killed Tarkov. Arena is not included with the Unheard edition. No, I know. Wait, EOD get co-op, I have it. Well, how do you know, though? Because the game's not up yet.
Gold.
Don't see any value in the new edition. No, me neither,
Hope
personally.
you are well, Senor Beef.
Hello, Seb. I'm well. But today is watch the tire fire that is social media and or the game and BSG. Like Gaijin War Thunder marketing strategy, release some broken stuff and then probably nerf it later after you made some bugs. Kind of. What are your thoughts on all this? My summary is here on the screen, so I don't have to repeat myself too much. But yeah, it's funny how EOD was supposed to get every DLC. So yeah, PvE co-op should definitely go on EOD. EOD is supposed to get all DLC. Like things like Scav Pockets, Scav Vest Pockets, which was what comes with this like silly version, this new version of the game, the unheard version. Like it's not DLC, so I kind of don't really care that much. And it's also just the Scav Pockets thing, and the early access to the access to the early test server. Those things are probably the most impactful. The rest of it, like, who really cares? Some extra slots on the flea, a bit of fence standing. Like, you can get that stuff in game. It doesn't matter that much. It won't help you that much. So it's the same thing as like EOD versus standard beforehand. Like we've been in that kind of thing previously. These like pay to win items potentially are like actually insane. And EOD, if EOD doesn't get this PvE co-op, then that's going to be absolutely criminal. It's off screen. What's off screen?
Gold, please.
Better support a streamer than the Unheard
Oh.
Scam Edition.
Sorry, it's because I have it like cut slightly. Yo, thanks for the $10. Better support streamer than the Unheard Scam Edition.
Gold.
1072. QWERTY, thank you for the 7 months. Do they even do refunds? I have no idea. This only works because Tarkov isn't on Steam. Here is the offense. Oh, I'm not going to open that now. What's this for? About like marketing or whatever. You know, like who's going to sue BSG though? Like no one's. That's just not going to work. It's like a third of my rent. Yeah, it's huge. Feels even if it is illegal, like no one's getting their money back. Take the 100 and give it to Gigabit subscriptions, dude. I'd love that. You know, if I had $1 for every unhinged edition that was paid for, then I wouldn't need to worry about, you know, my extraordinarily concentrated creator career going down the drain overnight. Don't worry, guys. I'll be fine. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'm okay. Don't worry about it. I'm all good. I'm not suddenly going to go bust and quit. You don't have to sue in the UK. You complain to the regulators and they sue for customers. I'd probably also have a vested interest in like Battlestate not actually getting taken down completely, but what's going on? Can you explain it like I'm 5? Battlestate Games have introduced a new edition called the Tarkov Unheard Edition, which replaces and is an improvement over the old EOD edition, which was the highest edition of the game that got removed previously because they said it was a limited access. This new Unheard Edition is better than EOD in basically every way, except at the moment it doesn't seem to have access to Arena, but you do still get the Gamma container with it, and you get a load of stuff when you start the game, which is bordering on being kind of crazy. EOD was already quite a big, like buff anyway, but with this version you get the Gamma container, you get 1,000 rubles, you get a Lucky Scav junk box, which saves you another, sorry, 1,000,000 rubles. It saves you another 1,000,000 rubles on the Lucky Scav junk box. You get a weapon case and an ammo case right off the bat.
The whole game is technically DLC since we have to download the content. Out not getting access to the PV would be false advertising.
Thanks for the 2k yen,
This can be a
Photoshop.
fantastic way to farm media.
And I agree.
out. Think about it. He can flip the switch later and EOD will get it, I think.
I bloody hope so, Rumen. Thank you for the 20. Thank you for the 20. Yeah, thanks guys for the donos. But yeah, like, I mean, I don't like. They say all publicity is good publicity, but this is just like mainly publicity from within, you know, within Tarkov and the Tarkov community. So I'm calling it pay to win now. Game is pay to win, especially if these two items are in PvP, the PvP version. Then it is pay to win. The $250 were originally for my son's new clothes and food. I guess if you left over next 3 months. Thanks, Chili Shot. BSG headquarters legally in the UK. They're international branches, yeah. I don't know their full like legal structure, but next update, $100 for better audio. What to do? Pay 2 months of rent or buy the new pack? Glorious released a video criticizing new edition. Good. Wait, you can donate with your own currency on YouTube? Yeah, I think so, yeah. It auto converts into pounds for me. It's really nice. So I don't have to worry about doing like foreign exchange from yen, which is quite useful. Yeah, I've had like South African rand, CADs, yen, euros, dollars. People paying all sorts of currencies. God, I got 12 notifications on. What's this? Okay, people complaining about the knife. What else? What else we got? People complaining that it's not actually pay to win. Those people can go away. What else? What else are people saying? Miss Magpie coming out, bashing on it. Everybody laughing over the Arena Breakout Infinite post on Twitter, which says, as some eras fade and go unheard elsewhere, talking specifically about the unheard version of this game in an epic, unheard of level of shade. I will say that it is unfortunate that Grey Zone Warfare closed down their playtests this morning. It is actually unfortunate. I will say. Because I'd rather have played that this morning than just complain for 3 hours. If you buy the uninstall edition, at least you don't have to play with poor people anymore. And there you go. Thanks for the 25 Polish zloty. Appreciate it. So YouTube is the multi-currency, multinational community that we have here. And any currency you like, Google's got you. Google's got you with the conversion. And you know what? The Google conversion, we're going to talk about something completely different for a moment. The Google conversion is actually very, very cool. Because I was like slightly concerned about them moving everything from USD into pounds when I was first setting up like AdSense and whatever. And it's actually really, really cool. They give you like basically the daily rate with no spread into your local currency from your whatever currency there. I mean, they're already taking a cut, so they don't need to take any extra cut to like transfer your cash costs. But the fact they take like a daily average, so it's like the daily like average rate for your home currency per day for every day of AdSense you get. It's actually like awesome. Like YouTube's policy on like FX is actually really good. Jesse and Airing seem unfazed. Well, Airing's post says, WTF, are these real? I don't believe this. It's not April the 1st, right? This isn't a troll account. Legit, don't even know what to think. If you think that's unfazed, then I think you're crazy. What is I haven't seen anything that Jesse has said on this yet.
Guys, if you buy the uninstall edition, at least you don't have to play with poor people anymore. Smile.
For some reason, YouTube notices are always like really delayed. I haven't seen anything that Jesse's written at all. Jesse's on West Coast though, so he's like probably only just getting up. Well, he probably did check the patch notes. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if he did. Grey said should it's to drop an open playtest. I mean, I don't think they can, but it'd be great if they could. Are people baiting or can you revive teammates? What do you mean? Revive teammates? You mean in Tarkov? You can bring teammates in, but nobody knows whether that's just PvE. I'm pretty sure it's got to be PvE. Airing posted more after that. He's defending BSG. So the bit that Airing posted after that is basically saying, like, is it actually going to make a real difference in a raid? Like, does it actually matter that much in a raid? I mean, does it? Probably not, really. Well, like, for you versus somebody with pay to win, then I don't know. Jesse did talk about it. Where, though? On stream or something? Like, obviously, I've not been watching his stream. And his stream title was Oof. There you go. Podcast going to be wild. I like the podcast. I always listen to the podcast if I can. Hope someone's a new revive feature. It's this thing. Distress signal. Friends can join your in-progress raid. It's this piece here. Where is it? Unique items. Distress signal. With the item activated, it produces a bright flash as well as a loud signal. Once activated, all players on your friends list will receive a notification they can join your raid to help you. I hope to God it's PvE. Pockets absolutely matter. You can run rigless or use small rigs and are viable for quick money runs. I mean, yeah, you can. But, like, the thing is, it is an advantage. Will it let you win against somebody in PvP? No, but it's a monetary advantage. Landmark's take so far on Twitter is as follows. I wake up to this
However,
garbage.
The one infuriating thing, especially for me, is the €118 price tag to upgrade. I will be upgrading my friends and family for holidays and birthdays, and €118 is just insane.
I agree, Ruben. Thank you again for the 20. Thank you for the second 20, but it's way too much. So this is what Landmark said. I wake up to this garbage, and for $250, this ain't it. According to BSG, co-op PvE mode is not considered DLC, and you'll not get access to it if you only OD currently. Also, this wording is a bit odd. Does Unheard Edition include access to Arena? Which apparently it doesn't. That's what he said so far. And then, obviously, Skull for, surely you guys didn't buy the cookery off the asset store, which was Hyperrat's post. Where was my notepad? There it is. What is PvE? Just single player Tarkov? Yeah, with friends in co-op with progression. So a second character you can start from the beginning with no wipes. It says it up here. Look, here we go. Watch this bit of the video. Unheard Edition. Play offline with friends. And here's your friends when they're noobs. And here's your friends now they're all geared. No wipes. All quests are available for progression. So there are AI PMC characters in there that you can kill. Receive unique gear. Mark of the Unheard. Unique melee weapon. Mark of the Unheard is this crazy one which allows you to not get shot at by scavs if you have 6 fence rep. Unique armband, I don't care about that. Start with like a bunch of stuff. Which is going to be... Oh yeah, and you get +3 skills as well. And this PMC pockets thing. You get like a scav vest for your pockets. What does it say at the end? Yeah, and additionally, access to ETS. Longer for your insurance. Unique names. More fence rep. Blah, blah, blah. Did you buy the upgrade? No. I don't need the upgrade. The upgrade is actually going to be detrimental to my content. Send you something on Discord? Okay, I'll have to have a look later. In launcher, click live at the bottom, change to ETS. Why? That's just gonna screw it up. Excellent pin on the Twitch channel. You revive? I don't think so. What does it matter if the asset store knife? Yeah, but I mean, I don't care, right? I don't care about the knife. The knife is like literally the bottom of the barrel of stuff, as far as I'm concerned. SPT does not have a co-op mod. Correct. You can only play SPT on your own. But with BSG, you can play PvE co-op with friends. This is a huge win. But they've managed to turn it into a massive L by doing it this way.
Than people paying to go from beta to gamma for a bigger secure. But the rest I hate.
Anti-DP, thank you for the $5. But I sort of agree with that too, right? Pocket's no different for people going from beta to gamma for a bigger secure container. And arguably, like, they're on you still. So the stuff that you drop, people can take. So it's not even as good as a secure container. It changes some quests, things like Punisher Part 4, where you can only wear a scav vest. Well, now you've got 2 scav vests on. One in your pockets and one actually on your physical body. So now you've got 4 2x1 slots rather than just 2. So it makes that a lot easier. Snowside PvE is not DLC. I agree. It should, at least, at the very minimum, it should be given to EOD and be a standalone purchase. And maybe even make it as a purchase for people who are, like, who don't own the game. There's a mod that allows... Well, I think that's probably frowned upon even by SPT. Because I don't think they want to, like, clash with multiplayer. Because that really does, like... That does fall... Like, if they make a multiplayer mod on SPT, that kind of falls into the, like, BSG is going to shut you down kind of thing. That's not like, you know, we're just under the radar. Hey, dropping by to say they finally listened to your nerf camera blur, but the pay to win is sad to see. Yep. Does it come with gamma? Yep, it comes with gamma. Here, gamma case, 3 cells, 3x3 cells. It's right here. Right here on the list. I'd say pockets are bigger than the container. Depends how you see it. It's obviously aren't sure what to do given the patch delay. I think so. This was already going to be the longest patching cycle with 6 hours we've ever seen. We normally only see 4, even for a wipe. We saw 5 recently-ish, and we've seen 6 this time. And we've gone over by an hour. So it's 7 hours now. I don't think they want to bring the game back up. I don't think they want to bring the game back up with the stuff that they've got to showcase for people in here. They should have announced these plans, not put it in the game, and patched it in a week after people gave their feedback about this stuff. Like, they've got people paying for these things, and everybody's now had huge backlash. This puts them in a really, really tough decision. If they made a version you could buy for 40 or 50 that is the co-op only PvE version, I'd be able to get 10 friends to buy it instantly. Yeah. I mean, I said 30, 40, maybe 50 if they were pushing it. Because, like, I don't think my friends are like... My friends are probably at that point where they would probably only pay, like, 10 for it, I would say. But they're not really the target market. They've already kind of, like, burnt out of it. Did you explain play to win? 2 items that you get with the Unheard. Mark of the Unheard. Scavs won't shoot you from over 60 meters. First off, like, you obviously, if you shoot them, they'll aggro. But if you have over 6 Scav rep with fence, you have over 6 fence rep, Scavs won't shoot you from 60 meters, like, when they see you. And then the distress signal, friends could join your raid while it's in progress. Yeah, I would want to play co-op offline with my friend, but he would need to pay 200 euros. What kind of game costs that much? It's insane. And the thing is, they can add this stuff. They can make it a standalone piece to buy. None of this is irreversible. None of this is irreversible. It's incredibly stupid. And they've made themselves look really stupid. But it's not irreversible. Why paying 250 euros if you don't even have aimbot, wallhack, and ESP included? Kappa. EAD was fine line on the pay to win. This is clear BS. These things are, yeah. These things are really, really insane. Without, like, so if these things were just deleted from the game, delete, and the PvE mode was given to EOD, because like, what I was trying to do, right, like, obviously we can all sit here and say BSG should add the PvE mode to the game for free for everyone. We can say that, right? And that's like, you know, fair enough. But I'm trying to I tried to put myself in the shoes of BSG, being like, if I was them and I was trying to make like as much as I could, because this is really a fine line for them, right? It's a business decision at the end of the day. So how do I keep goodwill with everybody whilst making as much as I can? Under that particular guise, I would give EOD. I'd add this version. I'd make it stupid expensive like it is. I would then give the PvE co-op to EOD players. These items would never exist, or they'd be in the game. They'd like be in the game. They wouldn't be part of the pay to play thing. I don't know if I'd ever do the pockets thing, but you know, given it's here, we'll say fine. We'll just give them everything here. Like it doesn't matter. It's a hugely expensive package, but then it would mean that EOD players are then not missing out. But then I would have the PvE section as a standalone purchase, maybe even for people who don't even own standard. You know, like have them only be able to play PvE offline, and make it $40 or whatever. So that's the deal. BSG was against PvE. They said they would never do it. I know, and they've like surprised us with it. I don't understand. $100 for sniper scav immunity is crazy. It is crazy. What if their plan is to keep it at 250 for 2 months and lower the price? I don't know, man. It's still incredibly stupid, right? The thing is that if they do that, they're still not going to look like heroes. They're just going to look like morons, honestly. I think you should get out of beta before you start selling extra features. I don't want to open this conversation up again, but I don't think the game's a beta game. I think it's a live service game, but I don't want to open that up again. That was more controversial than I thought it was going to be. This is so unbelievably sad. I agree. I actually feel slightly better having come on stream and just ranted about it for 2 hours. I actually feel better about it now a bit. Bet you the added PvE due to Grey Zone Warfare? Maybe. Maybe. Thing is, there's actually quite a lot of work that needs to... Like, the fact that this is basically ready today, supposedly at least. There's a lot of work that's gone into this, so I don't think it's just Grey Zone. How can you justify selling co-op access separately when there's already co-op DLC on the website? Well, that is an interesting point, because I think that co-op offline should have been free for everybody anyway. So like, that is a clash, having co-op offline, like individual co-op offline raids being $10, and then having co-op offline with progression be another separate feature. The reason why that doesn't clash in my mind is because I think that should already be free for everyone. Because at the moment, it's free for EOD. And they always said, oh, well, it's because of server resourcing and blah, blah, blah. But how many people actually legitimately use the one raid and done co-op offline? We mainly use it for testing, and that's about it. Like, I don't know how many people actually use that, like, realistically. They should have just given that to everybody after they realized that it wasn't an issue. So that's how I circle that. I square that circle. Because I just don't think that should be $10. Yeah, funny how offline co-op is considered DLC, but actual PvE mode isn't. Yeah, like, it's insane, right? This is an insane BSG reach to think that co-op offline with progression isn't a DLC. This is absolutely bonkers. What's the mark of the unheard communicate? Mark of the unheard is scavs. If you get to 6 fence reps, scavs won't shoot you from over 60 meters. They won't aggro you from over 60 meters unless you aggro them by shooting them. I'm a sub 1k hour player and I use offline to practice quests before doing them in raid. But that's not offline on your own machine. Unless, are you playing co-op offline with friends to practice before doing them in raid? But I mean, yeah, whatever, right? Yeah, some people use it, but it's not like putting a huge strain on their server. I can't imagine how many offline co-op raids there are, but it must be a tiny percentage. Your last point about ETS is 100% spot on. Just because I can afford to pay does not mean I should have access to ETS. Yeah, my opinion on this is kind of controversial. Some people think you should be able to pay to get into that. Some people don't. I think you shouldn't, based on the way that it is right now. But again, like, the problem with this, guys, right, is that, like, I'm reacting one layer down to the way that Tarkov is right now and to the way that this update is right now. And I'm taking it one layer back to say, okay, instead of this, they should have done this. I'm not saying I necessarily endorse everything, and I'm not saying that I endorse, like, the way that ETS is, right? Like, because to me, I don't think ETS should be under NDA at all. But it is, so I'm basing it off that. Do you see what I mean? Like, there's lots of things like this. It's like, you know, a second ago when somebody was saying, well, how do you argue for selling the co-op offline with progression for $30 or $40 when you've got co-op offline one raid for $10? And I'm like, well, I don't agree with the $10 one-off, right? I don't necessarily agree with everything in the game as it is. So I'm just reacting like one step to each piece. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to, you know, not everything is like necessarily completely consistent. But like ETS, people get let in like one at a time into ETS. There's people who are kind of like curated to do the job. Because it's not like ETS is not actually that exciting. You know? It's not like you get to play any like I don't think in the history of me being in ETS, I don't think I've ever played any content in there ever. It's all like technical changes to like ballistics and stuff that most people can't be bothered to do. That's why they watch the videos from me and Airing in the first place. They wanted money, they should have made weapon camos. I agree. Yeah, not sniper scav immunity. ETS is pretty boring. It is. It's really boring. It's a test server. It's really boring. Does ETS already have a ton of cheaters? No, like, no. Because why? Why would no one cheats in that, I don't think. You can be abandoned to Tarkov for Windows Solitaire. Any chance they'll undo the damage they've caused? I bloody hope so, guys. I really hope so. Answer is no, it does not. Oh, this is so Logical Solutions is just going back to Landmark. Apparently, yeah. So apparently this new version does not give you access to Arena, which is very weird. Oi, oi, oi. Has anyone paid for it yet? Some people have. But nobody can really see what it... Because the game's not back up, right? So nobody can see what it actually does. Interesting take on Twitter is cheater on Unheard Edition wipes the lobby and calls his mates to loot the raid. I mean, could do, yeah. Backing the ETS onto this package is kind of out of place. I agree. That's my opinion. Tarkov is still down. How fat of an L? Probably the biggest L I've literally ever seen. I don't think they can undo the damage, even if they roll back the whole edition. Their reputation is ruined. Yeah. I mean, look, the reputation is definitely going to take a huge knockdown, for sure. Like in a month, if they roll back stuff and do something sensible, will people care? People have short memories. People go back to the way they were. Can you have both this and EOD? Apparently it takes over EOD. You lose your golden OG name with the unheard upgrade, apparently. They say PvE co-op progression. How does this look like? You got a ton of quests, complete PMCs. There's AI. So there's AI. Look. All quests are available. PMCs in game will be AI. They can't roll back without doing full refunds. I know they've got themselves into a real pickle here. If they had like announced this, waited a week and then done it, they would have at least had the ability to see what was going to happen first and the backlash first. But the fact that they've done it this way and allowed people to buy it before the game has even opened up, A, people don't know what they're getting with this, and B, now they can't go back. Not properly anyway. Like, it's insane, right? You lose your gold emblem? Apparently so. Apparently so. Unheard edition, unique name will override EOD. Oh, that's the unique name, okay. I can't remember where I saw that it's, that you lose, like, your crown or whatever, and you get the unheard edition one instead. Who's the guy that's getting... This is a mod on the official forum. They could have told Pesley. Nikita Noon chose not to get his feedback. He did say some stuff. He said some stuff in the interview. What did he say in here? Said he said for microtransactions at 24 minutes and 6 seconds, he said more clothing, something new, not 100% unique for that, but there will be a new version of the game, and yes, it's going to be better than EOD. EOD gets one character for free, one extra character for free planned, but that's obviously not... Well, maybe it's not part of this. The thing is, we don't know all the information. No one's able to get into the game yet. Can you go through it? I did in my actual video. If you want to see it, like, properly, I'll make it bigger for a minute, just so you can read it. I'll make it slightly bigger, so you can actually see what's going on there. And then I'll put it back down to being small. Yeah, just like SBT, AI PMCs. Exactly. Just allow EOD players to choose the blue name or the gold name. Indeed. You have your own in-game item. I do not. Can we talk about Armor Pen? Because it's in its current state, class 2 and 4 got insane buffs. I mean, again, watch the video that I put out on this. But I think all it does is tweak the effectiveness of like super high-end ammo against armor and just make it more consistent. I think that's all it does. I think the rest of the system's the same. New edition gives you a weapon case. ETS access on top of that would allow you to claim the ETS tester gift. Gives you a weapon case too, so you can start with 2 weapon cases. Dude, you start with loads of stuff, right? You start with the Gamma, a weapon case, a Lucky Scav junk box, an ammo case, all of this stuff, a huge stash which is 10 lines bigger than EOD, 1,000,000 rubles, $1,000, and 500 euros. As well as like 60 PS, 90 BT, and 90 BT for the shrimp and whatever. And then that's bare. So then, you know, USEC is similar. So you already get a massive buff from the beginning. Like EOD doesn't even get a junk box. Junk box is like one of the first things you buy, and it's expensive.
So the new edition gives you a weapon case. But
yes, Lewis, thank you for the 20. Thank you for the £20. Yeah, you probably will be able to have 2 weapon cases.
It includes a weapon case too. So you could start with 2 weapon cases.
Yeah, EOD will still have Gamma.
Hey
yeah,
man, love your videos. Bit of devil's advocate, but it kinda makes sense to monetize the new co-op. You still need more servers for it. Just make it available separately for EOD or standard.
I agree. Like, as I said before, right? There were some people who were saying, you know, the co-op mode should be part of the base game. And I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate that some people feel that way about it. I don't think that's necessarily... I just don't think that's necessarily, like, realistic. of the way that BSG like want to monetize the game and stuff. So having it standalone, I think, would be like a fair middle ground rather than just giving it to everyone for free. Do you keep EOD benefits when you upgrade? Yes. Here's a crazy one. Willis just did a poll. Did you do the new edition? 22% yes. A lot of people. Exactly. That's why they sell it. If you upgrade, you lose the EOD badge. It seems like you do for now. Going on your first raid with just an M4 and armor and have an extra mag on you? Yep. Because it's like you've got a scav vest on. Yeah, these aren't... Yeah, no microtransactions. These are major transactions. I agree. BSG has lowered people's standards. Some people will always buy it, right? Doesn't make it right, but some people will always buy it. Upgrades is $100 for EOD. Yes, before taxes. So for me, it's £107 all in. Not a fair middle ground. It's illegal. What? Having co-op offline be given to EOD for free and be a standalone purchase for standard account players? Because that's what I've said, right? It literally says it on the screen. That's why I wrote this here, so people understand where I stand on this stuff without me having to say it like 15,000 times. And I'm sorry if I'm tetchy, but this is a very annoying subject. No wipe meant for offline. Yes. Means for offline. Would you say it's worthwhile upgrading going from standard to unheard? It depends what you want. If you are desperate to play co-op offline with your friends and you have money is not really a problem for you in your life, then maybe. But if you didn't buy EOD previously, my question would be why. If you have come to the game after EOD has been removed, then I kind of feel for you because you're kind of stuck in this position. It depends what you want out of it, right? If you're a big Tarkov backer, you believe in the project and you want to support BSG, then feel free to buy it if you want. I think the way they've gone about it is wrong, but don't let that stop you from buying it if it's going to be more of a positive to your life than the money. Like, don't let anybody stop you just because of, they're going to think you're an idiot or whatever. You do what you want, right? But I don't think it's good. This actually will not help my content if I buy this, because it gives you so much stuff early wipe, which is where actually my content is probably the most valuable. And genuinely where I get the most views. My account will be like, oh, hi guys, here's how you do this stuff early wipe, but I didn't have to do any of this stuff, so I don't really know how to do it. It's actually not very helpful to me. Would make more sense if co-op offline was sold separately. I agree. Shouldn't any of it be able to be purchased piecemeal? Yeah, I think so. Gonna be naming and shaming so many people when I look in their pockets to see a scav vest. Yeah, it's actually gonna be really obvious to see who's got it or not, which is quite fun. Nick is one of the boys. I think co-op PvE mode will be accessible as a solo player as well with friends. Oh, PvE mode will be accessible as a solo player as well. I sure hope so. Yeah, I sure hope so. Yeah, it's still down right now. I haven't actually checked. I haven't tried, but I'm sorry if I'm not getting to everyone's questions, by the way, as well, because I'm just doing a lot of ranting. Pockets of shame. Anyone thinks the majority isn't going to buy it, then they're in YouTube or Twitch chat bubble. I don't think the majority of people will buy it, though. But they don't need the majority of people to buy it.
Gold, please.
It doesn't include Arena, no. That's right now, anyway. Flint, thank you for the Prime. There was a petition for the rollback of Unhinged. They could change it. They could change it around in a way that makes it like not completely suck. Wouldn't that suck if you could only play co-op? Yeah, I mean that's how like solo. That's how the offline mode works right now, which is really annoying. Deep pockets. It's actually kind of that's kind of ironic, isn't it? Not ironic. It's sort of. Irony is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Do I get to call myself a whale if I bought it? I think you deserve the right, yeah. Will you do an unheard giveaway? No. Not right now, anyway. That's way too soon. That's way too soon. What's your thoughts on the free asset knife? I actually just don't care. Because it's purely cosmetic and we're not that fast. Because they could have not put the knife in and no one would have cared. It would have made no difference. The putting the knife in, it also makes no difference. I don't think it. Deep Pockets edition? Ha! That's so good. That is so good. I genuinely feel better, actually, after everybody's been here with me in chat, by the way. I was feeling really depressed before, and I was, like, tempted not to stream at all. I'm really glad that I did.
Gold.
At least 51% of people will buy it. BSU have done prediction models on numbers. Well, yeah, you may hope, probably. Mateus, thank you for the prime. Last chance. With new extraction shooters like Grey Zone, Beautiful Light, and others will improve on the aspects Tarkov pioneered. Maybe. Is April the 1st in Russia? That's the first thing I checked. The second thing was I checked Battlestate Games on Twitter, but no, this is true. This is real. Don't be depressed. It was hard not to be before. I feel a lot happier now, though, speaking to everybody. BSG won't disintegrate? No, probably not. Glad you're here with us, too. Feel supportive in both ways. I genuinely actually felt like I needed support today. I appreciate all of you. I really do. I genuinely mean that. You know, I could also do with a cup of tea. Unheard of financial insecurity edition. You're going to check out Division Heartland? I don't know. I've never played Division. TKG, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Don't ever be depressed. Thanks, Sumi. We got you. We appreciate you too. Thanks, Mike. Updates made me sad. What's your tea brand? I think I've got Yorkshire at the moment. Or PG. I can't remember. I'm not sure. I'm not actually not that much of a tea snob, but... Does BSG accept Tarkov money? I have 150 mil rubles. Have you checked out the Arena Breakout Infinite for PC? Yeah, I mean, I actually have a video on the mobile version because I thought it was decent. It was another one of those ones where a lot of people didn't really watch it, so it didn't really go to many people. But if you search my channel, I actually have an Arena Breakout video for the mobile version. It was actually quite good. I made sure that I played...
Let's not forget this is the first wipe with a rolled back patch.
Oui.
We need to keep the pressure on for this edition. Changes can happen.
Thank you, Stratix. I mean, this is the biggest community outcry probably that I've ever seen about something. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, sorry. So I actually did an Arena Breakout video, and it was sponsored, but I made sure I played the game first beforehand, and it's actually, like, the game on mobile is actually alright, except for the fact it's on mobile. So I wouldn't play it long term because, like, why would I when I could play all these other games on my PC? I'm never really, like, anywhere where I'm on my phone. I don't really leave my house, right, as a content creator, so, like, I'm just here all the time. There's no point me really playing it. Like, the game itself was actually, like, quite good, though. I was amazed that it was as playable as it was. So it coming to PC is actually pretty exciting. When did the servers go down? 8 a.m. my time, 3 a.m. EST. They should have come up an hour and a half ago. Why is patch taking so long? Because they've got this huge dumpster fire to fix. BSG will go back on the update. I think that's maybe what they're in the process of doing. They spent an hour and a half over the usual patch schedule, which is way longer than normal. 6 hours is usually longer than normal by like at least an hour, usually 2. And now everybody's like exploded this like huge community backlash. Like some of this stuff is going to get confirmed as soon as people who've bought it load into the game. They'll be able to see some of this stuff. So if they want to make any changes, they have to now in the next couple of hours before they bring the game back up. Otherwise, going back is going to be even harder. Because they can't pretend that they made like a bad, like they can save some face here and pretend that they communicated badly on some topics by rolling back some of it before the patch goes live. But if it goes live and some of this stuff is in there, then they'll have to take the loss of face, basically saying, we genuinely put this in and thought it was going to be okay, and now we're rolling it back, which is like kind of worse. I can understand why we're 7.5 hours into our 6-hour patch. I agree. Fire, thank you for the prime. Frybad, thank you for the prime as well for the 3 months. Was it confirmed today was wipe? No. Your thoughts on Bovril? I love Bovril, actually. Yorkshire Red or Gold? I'm not even sure. Gigabeef is an introvert? Biggest understatement of the century. I hate going outside, and I hate calling people. Who do you think thought this was a great idea? I don't know. I mean, it must be Nikita, right? It must be Nikita Bless. This is a top-level decision. Rolling back means I get my money back? Probably not. This is what makes it so tricky. So many YouTube creators putting out videos saying, do not do this. Yeah. Aye, 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 aye. Ooh, Bovril, you got down on my ratings? Hey, it's quite nice. I actually prefer Bovril to Marmite. You can be my spirit animal. Thanks, Floki. If the community forgives them, Tarkov player is officially more gullible and scam. Yeah, this is the thing though. It depends what they do. It depends what they do at this point. They have a small window to at least like try to repair some of the damage. People won't forget, but they have. You think they're in crisis meeting in the office? 100%. 100%. This is like full on inferno level. I've never seen the community this angry. Not ever in my whole time playing the game. And I played this game for like a year and a half before I started making any content. I've never seen the community this annoyed. Too late to revert. Thing is, they can go back on certain things and be like, oh, these 2 pay-to-win items are PvE only. Doesn't say that they're in the PvP version of the game anywhere. And it doesn't say that EOD doesn't get... oh, it says it's not DLC and not included in EOD. It says that on the mods post, but they could say like, oh, that information was wrong and he was wrong or whatever, and we've changed our mind or whatever, right? Like, they could try and do that. So there's ways that they can... There's some things they could do to come back, right? Somewhere around the worst L in the history of PSG. Yeah, this is like one of the worst ever. You should watch Eroctic's take. I'm not going to watch Eroctic's take live, but are you going to cover the PC version of Arena Breakout? Yep, almost certainly. As I said, I already did a video about it when it was on mobile, and I thought it was interesting even on mobile. And you know what? I actually got slated by a lot of people for doing the mobile video. People saying, "Oh, you sold out," blah blah. I was like, guys, it's a Tarkov clone. Do you like not want to? Do you not even want to hear about this game? Like, I wouldn't know about half of the stuff. Well, the PC version was interesting if we hadn't looked at it previously, because I looked at it last time. So anyway, I know not everybody agrees with that, but it's, as a creator, sometimes it's hard to not have the loudest and most angry voices drown out everybody else who was just like, yeah, this is kind of interesting, cool to see it, you know? Doesn't make sense for them to be PvE only. Why would they add an item that removes PvE for the PvE mode? So that makes it easier for people. We like how it's a bit like, you know, difficulty settings on Helldivers or whatever. They better have a meeting, else it's over. They better do something. Oh yeah, the War Thunder thing. I remember even seeing about that, and I've only played War Thunder here and there. War Thunder's quite good. It's quite fun, but yeah. Definitely try Arena Breakout. Yeah, I know. I would as well. How's the monetization in Breakout? Actually, I don't really know. In the mobile version that I played, there wasn't any monetization, and that was going to come later. So it was just free when I was playing it then. Reacting to Octic is great content though. I'm not really a reaction guy. Yeah, Mr. Pello, it's shameful, isn't it? That. We pay around $50 for the upgrade. I think everyone can still afford it. Players who seriously love this game are ready to pay, but 100 is too much. Yep, 100 is way too much. Not for Duck. Thank you for the Prime. War Thunder can be scummy too, but at least War Thunder is free to play and doesn't have pay to win. At least there's some pay to win in War Thunder, isn't there? Have you heard about the ripped the new knife directly from the Unity asset store? Yeah, I mean, I couldn't care less about cosmetics. They can put whatever cosmetics they like in. What do you reckon the chance they won't change anything and they'll double down? I really hope not. That would be the worst thing they could do. Have you seen the Tarkov Discord? Yeah, I mean, the Tarkov Discord is actually... The Tarkov Discord is now, like, just volcanic. It makes no sense they gave Arena to EOD, but not the PvE version. It should be the other way around. I agree. Yeah, the community is more rolled up now than when Goat made his vid. Yeah. So they should sub to this channel instead. Hells yeah. Ready for Arena Breakout to be on PC. It's been the only mobile game I've actually enjoyed playing. It's genuinely good. I'm telling you, it's actually genuinely good. For a mobile game, it's genuinely good. Tarkov Discord is on scorched earth. Yeah, it is. It is. Like salt the land like nothing is ever growing there again level. I can see they double down. Oh my god, please no. They might as well put Kappa in unheard. Yeah. For an extra $20 maybe. Glad your chat is more tame than the crap I had to mod earlier. Yeah, we're usually okay over here relatively. So they don't think the timing is interesting? Yes, the timing is incredibly interesting. Higgs has got content for days. Finally put the car kit in your pocket. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Can anyone fill me in? Do we want to go back from the top? You could play Arena Breakout on PC if you use BlueStacks. I had a very quick look into it, and I just was like, my like emulation days and whatever are just over. It just takes too long to make this stuff work. I couldn't be bothered. So the long and the short, a new version of Escape from Tarkov has arrived in place of EOD, which is better than EOD. The Unheard Edition, which gets the Gamma case, but there's a few things that are highly controversial. There's PvE co-op with progression that has been announced as a new feature, which is a really, really good thing. It's a completely separate character with no crossover to the regular game, but EOD don't get it, which is a huge sticking point for the community. Then there's 2 items that seemingly are going to be in the PvP version of the game, which look like complete pay to win and are broken. 1 Mark of the Unheard. If you get scav rep of over... Sorry, if you get fence rep of over 6, scavs won't shoot at you first from over 60 meters, which is insane. And then there's a distress signal where friends can join your raid that's in progress. Both of these things, I hope to God, are in the PvE version of the game only and not in PvP. But we will see. It sounds like they're planned for the PvP version, but I don't know yet. And you also get like expanded pockets and access to ETS by this new version. Now, the most controversial thing probably about the new version in some ways is the fact that it's $250 as its like list price. So an upgrade from EOD, the EOD list price is $150. The upgrade costs you $100 without taxes for EOD to this new one. In the UK, the taxes take that up to £107 if you upgrade from EOD. So if 2 of you want to play co-op offline, it's going to cost you at least a minimum of £214 together, even if you both already have EOD, which is absolutely insane. There you go. That's the long and the short of it. There's loads of other stuff like all quests are going to be available in this like and then there's like I can't be bothered to even read that. The quick take again, as I've said before, is PvE co-op progression is a really big win. People have been asking for it for ages. But to not make it standalone, or at least that's what they've said so far, to not make it standalone, that it's not DLC, that it's not included with EOD, and to force people to upgrade to a $250 package of the game to play it, is like probably the most stupid thing that they've done ever. Has BSG communicated the extension? I don't know if BSG's communicated anything. BSG's probably on complete lockdown right now. BSG haven't said anything. The last thing the BSG have said was 7 hours ago. They played this trailer, which I've got on loop up here. That was the last thing the BSG have said. There's nothing, like, we've got nothing from BSG right now. So Tobias, who's actually he's an interesting guy to follow because he's the ex like lead community manager for BSG, and now he doesn't work for them. So his takes are usually like pretty fair, reasonable. He said, I think that most of the Tarkov community would have been okay with a supporter edition of EFT at a hefty price with an additional co-op PvE mode with progression, especially if it was branded as such. If you like the game development, here's a chance to support it. You get some small few perks. The outrage stems from the scav 60 meter thing and the core reinforcements. If these are PvE mode only, then that probably should be stated. I agree. And co-op PvE should also be like as its own standalone thing, which I think is what he's saying. And EOD should get that. So I broadly agree with him. But he's right, you know. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with having this new package, fundamentally, and having it be really expensive. It's because to access an important piece of content, which is PvE co-op with progression, you have to upgrade to this package. So it's not even like the support. Oh, apparently the update's out. Still would be bad, but it's way less bad than it was, than it would be otherwise. Core issue is DLC not included in EOD. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I think he means the pay to win issue. He's talking specifically about the pay to win issue. Because like PvE mode not being in EOD is not like a pay to win thing. Unpacking. Still can't start after the patch. Mental EOD doesn't get the new upgrade for free. Yep, that is mental. People are rightfully angry about that. All EOD players should have been given... Oh, game cannot be started. Maybe I need to close and reopen the launcher, although I feel like if I do that... I'm just going to switch over to this screen for a sec. I don't want to, like... Sometimes the launcher just shows your email without any, like... I don't know why it does that. Okay, the game still can't be started, so I don't know what the deal is. Launcher is updated, but the servers are down. Okay, yeah. Like, the update was like nothing, really, so... I can't believe Discord mods actually supporting the protests. Yeah, everybody hates this. This is like... The guards have turned with the prisoners. In the Discord? Yeah, it's crazy. Pre-download. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, what did you mean by the timing is interesting? Basically, Arena Breakout Infinite, which is a mobile version of Escape from Tarkov, not related to Escape from Tarkov, but it basically is. Arena Breakout Infinite is the PC version, which is coming soon. They have got a... they've got a premiere video showcasing the game, like, today in about an hour. And then Grey Zone Warfare is, like, you know, ramping up quickly. Those guys are developing fast. You've also got games like Beautiful Light. There's like a ton of games that are coming that are actually like looking good and decent. Finally, you know, we're out of the Battlefield Hazard Zone. We're out of the DMZs. We're out of, like, the Cycle was actually okay, but we're out of sort of the Cycle, Marauders. You know, Darker Darker's gone off to do its own thing. And Marauders is different enough as well. We're like now back in the proper, like, people are making milsims, and these things are coming from like mid-tier development studios, so they have the nimbleness of an indie, but the funding to allow them to actually compete. And so maybe BSG are feeling threatened. Who knows? Game's up, is it? I mean, I haven't bought the big edition, so we're not going to see anything new on mine. Jesse is in-game. Something to note, ABI is not a port. Arena Breakout Infinite is not a port. It's being specifically developed for PCs. That is interesting. I've just got to make a quick change to my scene here. I couldn't be bothered to set up a whole scene for Grey Zone, so I just, like, piggybacked off my Tarkov scene. Let me just switch it back. Grey Zone is trash. Grey Zone is fun, but they need an actual gameplay loop in there that's unique and isn't just Tarkov questing in a DayZ-style map. Like, it won't survive like it is. PvE mode is unavailable. Of course it is. Out of time. Oh, I didn't even accept all of this stuff off the flea. Because the last time... Yeah, this is like from the 13th. Oh, it's all out of time. Maybe it just says out of time no matter what. I guess because I've not been on for, like, literally weeks. The new edition would genuinely harm my content more than it would help. I mean, I'm serious. I'm being serious. Like, already having EOD is kind of, like, problematic. In some ways. Okay. Well, like, what's new? I don't know. What else was supposed to be new? The ballistics thing, I suppose. I'm not testing it now, though. In an hour. I've, like, forgotten even what else we were talking about. Hayes has put a middle finger up thing about this thing. PvE zone. Why'd you have a message from Pornhub Premium? That was this guy's name. Well, let's just open the new edition. It did not require wipes. He still has all... Yeah, you haven't required a wipe to upgrade for ages. Yeah, this guy... this guy shot me in Gate 3 and then messaged me to be certain that he wasn't extract camping. He's like super high level as well. Can't see any new hideout places to construct. Yeah, I doubt that's coming like right now. Let's see. There's nothing yet down here. Ay. I guess we won't be able to buy water filters or whatever. Is Mechanic still selling lowers? I guess we'll go and see. I didn't even play the game yet since Mechanic started selling lowers. Yeah, so these are like stupid expensive. We'll just leave it now. Because nearly 200k. It will be because of this, but you should do the barter. Anybody who's like buying sugar, you should do the barters instead. I can only do one though, so I can't get the second one. Game is up. Time to uninstall. We don't have the big pockets. Did he hit you with the... Did the real Gigabeef ask for your name? No, not actually, no. Hello, can anyone please explain PvE? PvE mode is going to be exactly that. PvE on a separate character with progression. Mark of the Unheard is not in PvP. How do you know? That device is PvE? How do we know this? Did you pick up the new edition? No. I probably should just for content, but I'm not going to. Because I don't think it's... I'd be very tempted to play PvE. But, sorry, to pick up the new edition just for content, but then it's going to make my next wipe like much harder. Moving side to side, not a circle, feels better, even overweight. Oh yeah, we've got like testing to do with inertia and stuff, haven't we? Inertia's changed. Yeah, good point. Check Discord DMs. Okay. Oh bloody hell! It's opened up in Chrome.
Help you.
What is this? This is Trent talking to Afraid.
Now have we got update? Is this the PvE only, or is this PvP VE, which is online regular mode? We all know.
So the official word that we have at the moment is that no official word will be made about these two new items at this stage, which is, I mean, from our perspective, very difficult to hear because, you know, this is obviously a point of some ire, but...
Yeah, okay. Very, very odd. The whole thing is very, very odd. Oops, did I press the wrong button there? Oh no. Okay. Okay. A number of paid and free add-ons are planned for ScavTalk, including new content location mechanics which will be released after the release of the main game. Use a new account, maybe? I mean, maybe, but... Translation BSG, walking back carefully. I don't know where this information is coming from. Trying to find information, but... Game's live, yeah. Why aren't content creators boycotting the game? Because the game is still decent. We just disagree with the way that BSG are handling this particular issue. We're not giving them any money by playing the game. People are overacting with the pay to win. No one cares about the pockets. But people primarily care about the fact that these two items seem to allow you to bring random players into a PvP raid and also bring... stop scouts from shooting at you from 60 meters. And then the fact that EOD isn't getting this PvE upgrade is like insane. Those are the three things that people really care about. Yeah, because see Mark of the Unheard being some quest unlock, but calling people mid-raid has to be PvE. That's what I think. It must be, right? Alien bought it is going over everything in it. You don't get the new item in PvP mode. I paid for it and tested it. I mean, maybe that's what they spent the last hour and a half doing, like stripping it out. Stripping it out of the PvP mode. Well, nothing has really changed in the game, right? I have the radio in the PvP zone. Willis is playing the new edition. The item brings your homies in raid is not implemented. No, I haven't upgraded it, no. The SOS beacon isn't in the game yet. It hasn't been stripped. We just don't have confirmation on how it will work. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine. People keep saying in chat it's in PvP already. People in chat also can say that it's not. So. Well, PvP zone just means like the regular game. Don't listen to chat about Willis. He's testing the new radios in offline mode. Obviously won't work. Fine. I got another gamma. I have 2 now. Entire reason I bought EOD was for all future DLCs. This is such a scam. Yep, they should give you the PvE mode. EOD should have PvE mode, definitely. But the radio in PvP doesn't work. Which one is this? Is the radio the one that brings people in? Or what? Not in PvP, the radio thing is for cheaper cash services, insurance stuff. The SOS beacon is listed as future content. It's not in the game yet. The PvP, like the mark of the unknown or whatever. That's the thing about that is the scavs though. I don't really care about the cheaper stuff particularly. Mark of the Unheard is the scavs won't shoot you from 60 meters if you have fence level 4. That's the thing that kills me about it. Okay, well let's. I don't know why I decided to scav at the beginning. We should have just played PMC. Sorry, my bad. I do have it. I need to accept in the mail. 60 meters scavs, no shooting. Should not work until you get fence rep 6 or above anyway. You can get 6 fence rep like a few days in if you grind it. Send a screenshot with a description. Yeah, sure. Sure. Does that include sniper scavs? No one knows yet, but I imagine so. Imagine groups of friends all going to different servers, calling them in on whatever server boss is up. I guess you won't be able to join if you're already in raid, though. Does the edition stack with EOD? Yes. All of this should be free for EOD? Arguably. Right, what have we got to hand? We've got this, like, funny MPX. Maybe just play that for now. While we just continue to talk about this crazy situation. I can't believe that this has happened. I actually can't. This is unhinged levels of BSG. What the hell? Yeah? This is bonkers. The whole thing is just bonkers. Maybe we'll just wander about streets or something. I don't even know what. I don't even know what to play. I feel like I'm just lost. I'm just lost. I don't even know what to do. I don't want to play streets. The FPS is too low. What have I got? MPX with a thingy on it. Maybe we'll just play custom or something. MPX is so long it makes me insecure. Yeah. Is she going to give on her to streamers? No, they never do anything like that. Well, it's got disconnected in an offline raid. Why? Did you buy it? No. want to know what we're going to do about it as a community. I mean, the community is in literal, like, riot turmoil. Server connection lost, PvE raid. The knife doesn't matter, Deathmac. The knife doesn't matter. Who cares about the knife? Ugh. Ground Zero? Oh yeah, I probably should have done that. Actually, I don't know Ground Zero yet, so. They probably more flea market slots. Probably forgot to patch that in. Did you buy the new edition? No. Why does my 77 Ergo MPX suddenly have overswing? Is this your first update? This is the first raid since the update. This is my first raid in 2 weeks. Because I was on holiday and then I played Grey Zone for a week. The song goes hard. Cool. Break Your Lock and Key by Mini Vandals. It's like part of my like free YouTube music. Some of the stuff's like quite good. You have to pick and choose though. I won't watch streamers who buy it. Like, I don't think you should blame content creators for buying it and turning it into content, seeing what's in it. People are like universally slamming this thing. If they buy it to see what's in it, it's only because they're doing it as a job. They're not buying it for the advantages. They're just buying it to see what's in it and that kind of thing. Well, nice welcome back. Yeah, I know. Stupid, right? Yeah, I'm playing single player mod. I would immediately drop it for co-op offline with my friends. But I'm not paying more since I already regret buying EOD. Exactly. That is a lie? What's a lie? Has new gunplay? Haven't played yet. Is a tax write-off for streamers? Correct. Do you think it's worth it if you don't have EOD? I don't think it's worth it at all for anyone. Unless you're desperate to play co-op offline with your mates and you think like 100 to 250 bucks each is worth it because you're all like freaking ballers and work in Silicon Valley, then feel free, get it and have a good time. Enjoy. But I don't think it's worth it at all. I begrudgingly pay like 10 on top for PV, but not 100. Yeah, like they should give it to free for EOD, right? And then it should be a $40, $30 like separate DLC for standard account players or people who don't even have the game, for example. The new edition isn't even marked as limited one like EOD was, meaning it will stay for sale forever, making EOD useless. Yeah, I mean they've made EOD useless this way, yeah, pretty much. Because they're giving Gamma case to people with this new version as well. They who bought EOD think I've dodged a bullet sticking with standard? Maybe. Guys, PV is not offline. It's still online, requires a server. Yeah, I mean, it's the same as like co-op offline. You also need to open a server that way too. Why does it see PvP zone? Because I'm not playing the co-op with progression mode. Not to mention how annoying on separate servers, farming everything for you and 5 friends. What do you mean? Does everyone have the Scav Rig pockets? No, just the people who bought the new thing. Please buy Scam Edition. No. Kinda sorry Giga's got to deal with this on his day back. Full respect for not holding back on this. Community needs streamers to be like you to be our voice. I think everybody's on the same page here. Big's about to head in with viewers to test aim punch. He has deep pockets. Thing is, like, I don't have any time now to make a video on any of this stuff. So I'm away all weekend at a Dota event in Birmingham. So if you know, I missed all of the testing previously over the last like week anyway because I was away. So I was like too late on that anyway. People had already done all the stuff. And then I'm not going to be able to make any content over the weekend because I'm off. So I don't really care to test it at the minute. Like I know normally I'm like one of the people to do it alongside like Airwing and people, but I'm not. Like, I just don't have time to do it at the minute. Because I'm not going to be here. Or facing a camera recall now? The rest will move around like crazy though? So we'll see. I think I had my sensitivity way too low on Grey Zone. Oh yeah, you can't crouch walk anymore, can you, for free? How's the new movement feel? Strafe feels like it did. Circle strafe is still much better. I mean, honestly, to me, it doesn't feel any different. It's a feature, not DLC. You don't get it. Exactly. Yeah, everyone's made a video about it already. The barking was added like a while back. These like atmospheric sound effects were added previously. Apparently these headsets now are like much less important, supposedly, based on some of the testing that I did see. People playing PV still have matching for 2 to 3 minutes, by the way. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Bird sounds are not new. You got the big pockets? No. People are going to immediately be able to tell as well who's like bought it or not because of the pockets. It's quite funny. Glorious video on it is great. I haven't seen it yet, but Glorious is usually based AF, as the kids would say. Maybe when you run, jump, and keep trying to run. It feels the same, man. But like, it doesn't feel any different. It feels identical. Mark of the bootlegger. Contact 4 is slightly better than the rest, but not justified 300,000 rubles. Yeah, it was like a couple of meters or something. The pockets of shame. Well, it's got connection now on PvEs, waiting for matching still on PvE for 5 minutes. Well, people are only just getting into the game, so like I couldn't get in on Scav on the main branch, for example. So that's kind of like the same deal, right? Sort of. Sort of. I haven't played Tarkov in 2 weeks, by the way, so if I'm absolutely shocking, not my fault. Well, that's a nice bird. Kind of feels quite nice to be playing Tarkov again, actually, after Grey Zone. Just feels like more comfortable because, yeah, I'm just not used to Grey Zone and the controls are a bit weird. You know what I don't like about Grey Zone is that they don't have toggle ADS. I'm a big toggle ADS guy. I've never used hold ADS ever. I only use it in like Helldivers.
Gold, please.
Keep up the good work.
Sniper Scav? Don't know. Thanks, Acid. Yes, it is Sniper Scav. Hey, I wouldn't be getting shot at him if I had the big edition. I could be immune from Sniper Scav if I had the big edition of the game. If I kill someone and have those pockets, they're not getting insurance back. Yeah, this is going to get really toxic. GG's. Hopefully they're on their own. I can fit that in here, can't I? Oh, it's incompatible. Pain in the arse. He's safe. Dump his gear in a bush. Quick, give him your credit card. Welcome home, baby. Welcome home. Serious counterpoint question. Do you think this new addition could help the cheaterish in the main branch? Folks disinterested since they can now enjoy an interconnected SPT. Nah, because people who cheat are still going to want to just dunk on real players, right? No, I don't think it's going to make any difference to cheating, personally. Paying respect for every guy with 1 slot pockets. I'm rustling like a mad bandit. At this point, I feel EOD should return. I don't even know what can be done at this point, really, other than the things that I've said. Said a few different ways. You know, EOD needs to be given the PvE offline. Do this while we're here. Do Tune items work PvE or PvP? We don't really know yet. Pocket Pression. I don't have the new edition now. Didn't describe how PvE works. Just, I mean, how else can it work? Only thing they could do is remove the whole package. I don't think that's necessarily true. If they give EOD players PvE mode, they add the PvE mode as its own separate thing, and they make sure that those 2 items aren't in the PvP servers, I think that'll help. You start out as a new character in PvE, yeah, I think so, yeah. People already bought it, so they won't change the price. Yeah, but like that's the thing. They could change other stuff. Right? Like they can give EOD PvE. That's the thing. That's how I think they should change it. I think they should give EOD the PvE mode. I think they should remove the 2 like random items from the PvP game and have them on PvE only. And then I think they should have the PvE mode as its own, like, standalone mode. Which you can buy if you're, like, standard account. For, like, $40 probably is the sensible take. Like, that's still probably too expensive, but... You know, really, it should be much cheaper than that. But, you know, everyone would like it to just be free with the game. Really. But that's just not going to happen. So, the reasonable take is $35 or something. Meet BSG halfway. Friends could join mid-raid. That's the idea behind one of the items, yep. The other one is scavs don't shoot you over 60 meters. Got MBSS on, so probably not. Yeah. I actually didn't hit on the plates. You shredding today? I'm just annoyed, man. I'm just annoyed. EOD version was a big scam. I think EOD version is like actually okay. This new one is like a big scam. Just because a new version has come doesn't mean the old version is like bad, but
Eviscerating oak branches at evisceratingoakbranches.me.twitch.tv prevents hashtag gigabeef.
oh my god,
It's been
what?
2 weeks, so I might suck. Murders 2 men.
I don't know what happened to the text-to-speech then. That was wild. If this extractor's here. We're just cruising. We've got no real goals today except to just mold about this new thing. No idea why that TTS. Yes, Acid, thank you for the Prime for the 3 months, and Predatory Clown as well. Thank you for the Prime. Tarkov on already? Yeah. Which patch you get with the new version? You get this is a good grenade kill actually. You get the gamma. Get the EOD one. Get all future DLC free, doesn't get single player. I know, it's crazy. Only wished I was that bad. I guess I've been playing another shooter though, at least the last couple of days. By the way, no. EFT actually explicitly states you get access to 1.0. So totally a BSG's discretion whether you can play post-release. That's funny. Funny. Yeah, so you can't play this with EOD. It's Big Sag. Big Sag. Deep Pockets Edition. Dude. I guess you should probably sell these things. Should have used the spear earlier. I wonder what people are buying these things for. 400k. It's just like the random stuff I had left over before I went away. So guys, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like everything's just a mess, right? Everything's just a mess. Why do I have 5 slots now? I didn't think I had 5 slots before. Friends could join mid-raid. That's part of the bonus thing. Remember, chat, we always have Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is very good. And I don't know if the offline co-op thing with progressions works how the original offline co-op, where only one guy needs it. You all needed it, though. That's the way you all need to have offline co-op, otherwise it doesn't function. Because previously you all needed EOD. I don't know about the new edition where you can like buy it as a standalone thing. I'm not sure if only one person needed that. I know originally everyone needed EOD. You couldn't have any standard account players in there. Previously to them bringing the whole thing together, I'm not sure. Lost all excitement to play the game today, honestly. Was doing fine, and now just this. Yeah, I know. I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. Like, I came on in the end to just get like support from everybody, to be perfectly honest. I was just feeling so sad about the whole thing, and I just needed you guys around me to talk about it. Like, no one else is really going to understand. And I don't normally let this stuff bother me, really, but today is a special day in Escape from Tarkov's history. It's a very special day. Special in the worst possible way. Thank you for the PP, my man. Big PP. What's good on this build? Will I roast this one in the next YouTube video? To be fair, he didn't die because of his gun. Doesn't have the hybrid on it though, does it? Oh no. I mean, in fairness, like, I don't know why you do this though. People's obsession with the RK1, I think, is like great. 102 vertical recoil. I mean, that's actually shocking. Thank you for the PP, my man, is a next day grinder message. We're here for you, Giga. Thank you, Payne. But I feel a lot better now. I'm just here to hand out catharsis. I feel a lot better. Imagine telling your parents about Tarkov. Yeah. Or my wife being like, you'll never guess what happened today. MOE no butt pad. Oh my god, this one's a real doozy. Good gun to break down one of your videos? It probably is, actually. I just have to remember he was running PP. Which is good, but... This is a nice gun to break down. Maybe we'll do that. It's just infinite content, this thing. And I actually enjoy doing them. Yeah, so like Hybrid 46, I don't think there's really any point ever in Hybrid 46. So there's actually a video that I'm making at the moment, which is to do with this like new concept about ergonomics, which is actually really cool. It was done it's kind of in tandem with like basically the building off the work that Space Monkey has done, which is about like weapon overswing. But he's been working on this other concept about ergo called Evo Ergo, which is like ergo evolved, like an evolution of ergo. And it combines ergo and weight together, which is actually really interesting. Like it has a huge impact on like what's good, what's not. Like even though the Hybrid 46 is technically much better on ergo than the Thunder Beast, because the Thunder Beast is so much lighter, if you have a lot of ergo, then the Thunder Beast ends up being better than the Hybrid, despite the fact that the ergo is less, which is amazing. Roast him. Parker's going to die overnight? I mean, that's not going to happen, but... Ever see the wall climb of Nadar I posted? I maybe. I hadn't been keeping an eye on the Discord that much because there's so much in there. Hybrid 46 good for bolties? Again, maybe. It depends, actually. How do you feel about goon skins? I mean, I don't really care about skins. Skins is fine. Like, as long as they're not super stupid, then it's fine, you know? Yes, you want to make sure they were the ones to kill the game and not another Tarkov killer? Shooting one's foot. Have they missed... Oh, did I miss anything? Have they reverted anything? We don't know it enough yet. At least I'm not watching other streams at the moment, so I don't know. Remember Giga from yesterday? Back when things were hopeful and the future was bright. Those were good times. They've replied to my like original quote tweet of Tarkov's patch being like, oh ho, 6 hours. What do we have in store here? What did Terratex say? He said here like... let me duplicate this. That all the bonus items you get just from the new version in one pick. So you get like an SR25, a SCAR, the Gamma case, the junk box, weapons case, this kukri knife, MP7 with JSP, and loads of M80. That's actually quite a lot of it. Well, no, those are 10 stacks in fairness. That's 40. I mean, 60 rounds of M80 is actually quite big early. And then you get this unheard thing. This is the thing we've been talking about, the unheard radio. Which is just like dopey as hell, but whatever. We don't know really what's in this. You get M856A1, quite a lot of it too, at the beginning. And like, I guess it's not just... Oh, you get 500 here as well as... I thought it was 1 million. I don't know. What else are people saying? All we asked was to be able to ping containers so they weren't auto-sorted. Soon TM for 2 years. I agree with that. I'm just like slowly going through everything. And what people have been saying in the last hour. Yes, you start the wipe with that, by the way. The next wipe, you'll start with that stuff if you buy the big one. Okay. Fine. Whatever. I'll figure that out another time. Yeah, so maybe we'll do something about this. Yeah, to be honest, it's coming towards the end of my stream anyway. Let's see if we can queue into Factory now that some people have like filtered into the game. I don't want to play a proper one. But... Does upgrade restart my account? Nope. You just get it extra in a system message. Did you get the new edition? It is out. I haven't got it though. I don't think it'd be good for me. Pesty went online on Twitch. Oh god. So, the question is, what do I think... I've said this a few times already, but I know people pop in and out of the stream as time goes on. What do I think should happen at this point? I think they should give PvE offline with progression to EOD users. They should give that to everybody. They should give that all. Sorry, they should give that to all EOD users. They should then separate it out as its own piece of like DLC that you can buy as a standard account user, and it should be priced at probably $35. Then they should make sure that the 2 items, the Mark of the Unknown and the transponder, which allows you to bring friends in. The Mark of the Unknown is the one that saves you from scavs over 60 meters away. Just stops them from shooting at you. Those 2 items, those should be PvE only. SD stream looks like a breakup vid. Oh my god. Willis has been trying to get into offline PvE for nearly 8 minutes. He's stuck matching. Have you bought the new edition? Oh, yeah, I already said no, and you already said yes. Yeah, no, I haven't. What is the point of handing players extra gear? What do you mean? They closed almost all the chat rooms? Yeah. Well, that's another scav boy. Where was our... What time is it? 10 minutes. Okay, what have I got here? FMJ. That player? Doesn't look like it. Play a scav, but I'm depending to agree with your take. I mean, that's what they should do now at this point, I think. No! Remove the stupid scav 60 meter thing? Yep. I didn't have enough ammo. I hit him 3 times, but at least we found a player. I never normally find a player. Good. If what you end up saying happening, EOD should return for people that don't have it. They could do that as well at this point. At this point, returning EOD actually probably is like a positive. This is the new non-DLC? No, I'm playing the regular game, guys. I'm not playing DLC game. Not playing the DLC game. Should have paid for pay to win, exactly. Is killer 100% spawn in change? No, I think that was an event that I like missed because I was away or whatever. The Mark of the Unhinged makes it so scavs don't shoot you. Yeah. If you have 6 fence rep, I think my fence rep is only 5.3, but if you have 6 fence rep and you have Mark of the Unhinged, then scavs over 60 meters don't shoot at you automatically. Probably a play to win unheard play, I know. Just couldn't have won. Do you notice less camera shake? Let's go and find out. Not really. I don't think so. Maybe it's different. Hard to tell. Suburbs is not DLC. So the camera shake is lower. The reticle moves around more, I think. Let's try this guy's gun. His gun's actually probably quite a good test for this. Because it sucks. Yeah, Mark of the Unhinged. That's what it's going to be called now. My opinion. So the camera shake is still there, but the camera shake moves more than the... Sorry, the gun moves more than the camera shake, I think. Oh. It was already on full auto. What's Mark of the Unhinged? It's called Mark of the Unknown, was the new thing that they added with this new case. The MPX is a freaking laser, isn't it? Are you annoyed by people only talk about Unheard? No, I needed to talk about it, actually. I'm glad we did. I'm just memeing. I don't actually care enough about a game to have an emotional response like a lot of the Reddit Andes. I guess inertia is slightly lower. It does feel like it. Yeah, like you can really spin quite fast. Honestly, sounds like April Fool's. Yep. Have you bought the edition? No. Percy streaming from a hotel room? Yeah, because he's at a convention or something. How much shape reductions apply to Arena? I guess not yet, right? Because it has to be an Arena update for that to happen. Honestly, very BSG like that the mostly cheater-free official EFT experience is payable for $300 and you can still get disconnected. Yeah, it's a bit of a yikes, isn't it? A bit of a yikes, guys! It's a bit of a yikes! That kind of explains the entire thing right now. Oh, why did I buy Augmented for like 40k on autopilot? Anyway. I was going to make a video about some like technical stuff for tomorrow. I actually have it all recorded, and I was gonna edit it this morning, but then everything hit the fan, and I decided not to. Instead, I decided to make a video about the patch, which is probably a very, very good idea. So I haven't done that one, so I've got nothing for Saturday. But I'm going to be away over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday anyway, because I'm going to a Dota 2 event, which should be really fun. I'm really looking forward to. So I'm basically just going to turn off and not think about Tarkov for 3 days after this stream, and then we'll revisit everything on Monday and see what's going on. So after this stream, I'm just gonna be offline for a bit. My sanity probably can't take being online anymore over the weekend. It's just crazy, right? This is the first, like, I played one raid for the first time in like in 2 weeks, and this is what I've come back to. It's like so sad, but it's what it is. I do appreciate everybody for being here for me, because I needed to speak to everyone and just like hold a bit, and I feel a little bit better about things actually. I feel like things are, things are okay, because everybody's on the same page. I think that's also the good thing. All the streaming community and all the streamers, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's slating them. Everyone's talking about the same stuff. So this is at least good. It's not like people are split on the topic or whatever. So where's my offline mode gone? I got EOD. Co-op. Can you show new weapon barters? I haven't even looked at them myself. Are they all on mechanic? Are they on level 4 or whatever? What's this? I haven't looked at them myself. VPX for this stupid thing. Microcontrollers for this stupid thing. What else is there? There was a mechanic one that intrigued me, which was barter for these Magpul M-Lock parts. Is that any different? Is this the same? There is a list of them. I'm not sure if I could be bothered. I mean, I guess I could just go and look through, because I kind of know which ones are new and which ones are not. So that's new. That's not new. That's old. This is not new, but that used to be behind a quest. So maybe they've just added it now. I don't know. Maybe they changed it before though, and I just didn't notice. What else is new? Yeah, that one, as I said. All the others have always been there. Let's have a look. That's new for LEDX. Yes, that's the stupid LEDX M4 one. That's new. DPXs. This is new. I think it's like none of these make any sense. They're all completely insane. Jaeger got anything? M700? No, that's been there for a bit. I think. Nothing new there. Therapist. It's obviously not got anything new. Prapor. What's he got? Anything good? This thing. Yeah, what a deal. M4 for LEDX, I know. And it's like not even good. It's got an M4A upper on it as well. Like, it's not even the good M4. Like, this M4 is pretty average. 76 ergo, yeah, it's high ergo, but like 76 vertical recoil, that sucks. It's like very similar to a standard M4. It's like worse than a SOP mod M4. Like, I don't even understand what the barter's for. Like, it just doesn't even make any sense. Ragman, oh yeah, Ragman plate barter. Where's that one? Volt termite. 2 vertexes. You're having a laugh. You having a laugh, mate? Tasmanian tiger, vertex and RFIDs. How much are these things on the fleet? To be fair, these items were quite cheap before. Yeah, they're a lot now. Okay, so like 2 plates is then like 400k. Classics. Until you do long line and get it that way. They should have called it the Unhinged Edition. I think everyone else is going to be calling it the Unhinged Edition. Rolling it together. Thanks, Malters. Is this a W patch if we ignore the new edition? Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it actually is. So, whatever. Someone said it's for hardcore players. I think it's to give them a minimum flea value, mainly. Hardcore, I don't think it really matters that much, but PvE Zone is the new PvE co-op mode. Anyway, that's enough for me today. We'll go over and see someone. Who are we going to go and see? Who should we go and see today? Who's still around molding about life, the universe, and everything? Veselie's list on his rant mode. Hayes? We'll go to Hayes. I mean, Hayes is probably on for a bit longer, I guess. We'll go to Hayes. Maybe wake up when everything's fine again. But yeah, I'm going to have a good weekend and just ignore it. I'm off tomorrow to Birmingham, so... We'll go and raid Hayes. He's a good guy. I like Hayes. Right. Have a good weekend, everybody. As I said, no video on Saturday. I'll edit the video for Wednesday. This like new concept about Ergo or whatever, and then I'll maybe do this like AKM video afterwards. So, but I'll speak to you all soon. I hope you have a lovely weekend. ScavTalk is also going to be pushed over to Monday as well, because obviously I'm not here. I'm going to put that on Twitter right now. Actually, I'll put that on Twitter and I'll put a like forward starting, send time on it or whatever, because otherwise I'm just going to forget to tell everyone that ScavTalk's not on. But yeah, go and say hi to Hayes for me, and commiserations to you all. Long live the unhinged edition of Tarkov, and I'll see you all on Monday, no doubt. Bye everyone.